jeg låne mikrobølgeovnen deres?
Yes, you can.
11 spells skal vi ha. Som level 16. 11 spells. Og jeg har satt opp. Nei, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jeg mangler 2 spells. Er det varmere? Jeg ser litt bedre ut her.
Den ser litt bedre ut, synes jeg. Tror jeg.
2 spells.
Oh my gosh.
Chat is ready.
Ready. Yo, little jam.
Hello!
Yes. Few minutes over, but that's fine.
Sunniva's tube was massively delayed, probably because of like the
Massive amounts of snow.
yes.
I came out of my house early this morning and it had, no joke, snowed this much during the night. So the snow was covering my boots and everything. So I had to shovel my way to the car.
It's ridiculous.
Yes. And I probably have to shovel my way to the car on my way back home too, because it's still snowing.
I don't understand how this microwave.
Oh, it says I think it's the second button from the bottom of the small buttons. I think it says instant.
Yes, but I pressed something else and now it won't.
Just go help her.
Oh, dear.
Alright.
It'll be easier.
Of course. Why haven't I thought of this before?
What? Rock armor?
Oh, you're probably pressing.
Yeah, I've been using it since we started the podcast.
Yeah, but he should have rock armor.
Well, that would help, yes.
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 Because he has spells that bolster his defense, but not his armor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, duh.
Well, now you know.
Duh.
But it does take, like, it takes, I think, a major action to cast.
Doesn't matter.
No, it's fine.
You should have rock armor.
Yes, you
come
should.
on.
Not this one.
It's a tricky one.
Nutrigen says it's gonna be less snowy by April. Hopefully, says Yudai. Yes, hopefully. How is the audio, by the way? Let us know. We have a new microphone today that Ingrid just bought. So, hopefully it's much better now, because this is actually meant for podcasting and not just studio recording.
Yes, it's got a 360
Microphone
thing. So it's yeah.
I'm sorry for all the sounds I'm making, combing through these pages. We haven't started yet, so it's fine. I guess.
Yes. We're just getting the last pieces together.
How is the sound?
We just asked. We're waiting for replies.
Oh my god, people, come on, faster!
Rick?
What?
I've been so stupid.
That's not possible.
Yeah, but because, you call me a munchkin, but I haven't munchkined enough. I've forgotten rock armor. Duh.
We really don't need to go down this path.
I have spells that can enhance my defense, but not my armor.
That's okay. You don't need that.
Yes, I do. I'm gonna get it. Hello. Hello, floating face.
Well.
Taco's cool back here, guys.
Is that an adventure zone?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm good out here.
So good.
You go on ahead. It's fine.
Cool. I just had a check with my headset and with as the same as Ryorai with the volume on 50%. It was pretty good.
Cool. Then we don't really have to do anything, I think.
Yay! For the
That's,
first time ever!
For the first time in forever.
Your own personal choir. Oops. I dropped a blueberry. There it is.
As long as you guys
Do you
know the
think
song, yeah.
Anya needs to not lean that direction though, because then you're outside the screen.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
gonna
just
be-
working on something right now.
Yeah,
so it's fine.
on something.
It's top
I'm
secret!
just considering whether I should fix that while we have the chance before we actually start.
Well, it depends. Well, I mean, when she's done writing, she probably won't be facing that way anyway. No, she's in the picture.
I just
So it's fine, Angie.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine.
And I'll be sitting like this anyway because
Yeah.
I can't handle being
The truth?
squished.
Yeah, and I'm playing rogue today, so I'm going every time I'm going in shadow. I'm gonna like
Shut up, Gaffy.
I'm kidding.
Gaffy's dead, guys. Tanya's playing a new
Yeah.
character.
She just killed him in between sessions.
Right
Okay,
now.
she does that.
it's
It's fine, it's fine. Shh. Now,
No,
there
we're
were
just
5
joking.
of these were taken off last time,
Yes.
so I need you to take 5 out.
Good luck and don't fuck it up.
Language, please. There are children watching.
I don't care.
What children?
Fair point.
It's too hot.
Then wait. It's fine.
You know what they say about first degree burns? Best
They
taken in
burn.
shifts. You know what they say about first degree burns? They're hot. They burn.
Among Foxes and Wolves is back with us. Hello.
Yay.
Very much looking forward to tonight.
Shouldn't you be in bed, young lady?
And Rira says that Rick is slightly louder than the rest, but not too much. Probably just Rick being Rick.
Well, he
Wow,
was standing
that's,
straight over
Yeah,
the
he was
microphone,
standing over
so.
the microphone. so that's why.
Also, ouch.
Ouch. So yeah, I guess we can kind of start now, I suppose.
Yeah,
Welcome to episode 29.
Something.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it's episode 29. It's been a few.
There.
There. Yeah. Cool. You kind of cheated, but
Is
just the middle row.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you not allowed to do that?
Sure
Yes,
you are.
Yeah, sure.
You're allowed to take whichever
It
you
was
want.
just a bit more wobbly the last time.
Yeah,
I
but that
know,
was because
but-
Tonya did it,
Yes.
and she likes to
Yeah,
live on
yeah,
the edge.
sure. Blame me.
She's the edge.
Well,
lord.
you were the one who
Yes.
took the two
Somewhere.
pieces out on each
Yeah.
side.
All right. So yeah, this is Featherfall Part 2. If Rick will give you a description of what happened last time before we get going. Thank you guys for joining us today.
This is what you missed on Glee.
A lot of singing.
Remember to just click, the thumbs up buttons and subscribing and all that stuff. We always forget to talk about it by the end of the show, so I'm just going to say it now. And follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter at Fateful Fumble, okay?
Yeah, because you love us, right?
Yeah.
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 And if you want to help us out with getting
No.
better tech and making sure that we have a place to have the podcasts, then
Yeah.
have a gander at our Ko-fi.
So I'll tell you the truth, guys. That coffee goes straight into my mouth because I use it to buy lots of fudge. I love my
You're
fudge.
not allowed to eat.
I'm not allowed to eat anything good anymore. I'm forbidden.
He has no access to that coffee.
No, he does not. It's 1 a.m., so let's get a move on so Among Foxes and Wolves can get some sleep tonight.
Yeah,
I
right.
think.
Yes.
Think of the Aussies.
Saturday.
And also, look at Rick's awesome t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just saying.
Lean back a little, Rick. There we go.
It says, "Beware the smiling dungeon master."
Slightly stretched between my man boobs.
It's fine.
And sorry about that. It's just coming out of Christmas and everyone's ashamed of themselves.
The Art says, "Yup, you're either amazing or crazy. I would not have been able to stay up that late."
Amazingly crazy or crazily amazing? Let's
Who knows?
work that one out.
Yeah.
So,
Was there anything else? I think we've covered everything. Yeah, no, we will be paying attention to the chat tonight, but we will try to be a little bit less interruptive of dialogue and roleplay going on. So it might not be as happening as often as usual, but we will still continue to do that.
It's my fault.
No, it's everyone's fault.
Actually, it was my fault. Although we do have to admit that it was fun to interrupt certain people whenever we got the chance. Unfortunately, said people bite under
That's
the
me.
table. So
I love Among Foxes and Wolves. She says, "Yes, keeping Kath alive is important. Sleeping is for the weak."
insomnia is actually a strength. Huh? I can leave. So, for those of you who didn't make it to last week's episode, and those who just need a refresher course, our heroes, after just finding out that Gaffy's been fixed, also turned into a pointy-eared elf, which is what he was on the inside. It's
Yeah,
fine.
he just went through puberty.
Pretty much in a big way. I don't think his mum would recognise him now, or his dad. Anyway, the gang was reunited with Keth, Leclerc, and the rest of them. Not the rest of them, sorry, a few of them. The rest of them are kidnapped still on Brandal's End. That's next week's episode. Now, they managed to actually set up a camp where they learned that Keth had gone off trying to retrieve some material, such as new swords and things, from a person called Dolce. Nothing to do with Gabbana.
No.
Mind
That's
your
his
manners.
dog.
That's his dog.
His dog.
Seriously, he
Yeah.
named his dog
Yeah.
Gabbana.
Yes.
Hola. Seriously.
Giving the GM grief from absence.
How does he do
Even
it?
when he's not here, he
Yeah.
can piss you off.
My God.
Excuse me. Sorry.
It's a superpower.
I'm majorly snotty today, so I apologise.
The hills
It's
are indeed
fine.
alive with the sound of mucus.
Yes.
Anyways, one thing led to another. Leclerc has gone off in search of some secrets herself. And thanks to the wonderful encrypting skills of Lazarus Marr and the knowledge of one Javia, they realised that Keth was going into an ambush. Desperate to follow, they took into the help of Kaida and Talia, both capable of turning into motherfucking dragons. You can't just simply say dragon, it doesn't really encapsulate what I'm talking about, so motherfucking dragon has to be the way forward. Their path, tracking Keth, led them to the Dam of Inogi, which is essentially a dam against the side of a mountain, preventing an underwater flow from coming out. Built during what can be presumably the ancient Tevinton Empire era, it's kind of overridden with lots of foliage, although pretty solid. However, upon discovering this, they realised that the dam was now infested with soldiers of the Red Templars. And they seem to be using local labour by force to tear the dam down. In front of this dam, by the way, is a rather exotic-looking, gigantic colossus of a statue of a mage, pressing its hands against the dam in some sort of great, arrogant display of strength. Now, what they discovered there was not only Red Templars, but also what became of Desmund Lysmith, Keth's brother, standing atop Keth's sword and his shield, both bloody. As they approached the dam, by the way, they saw a figure being thrown from the dam's edge. Unable to ascertain what had happened, one can only presume it was Keth. Both Talia and the other dragon girl, Kaida, were sent off in different directions. One to get help back from the war camp, and the other to go and get the warning to all the villagers in the valley. If the dam bursts, they won't stand a chance. Taking the fight straight to the Red Templars, the group rushed in, rashly, I might add, not only using reconnaissance from Javia, who is a sneaky. She's almost, she's pretty much on comparative to Firl.
We're family.
Family. We're sneaky bitches. That should be a t-shirt, sneaky bitches.
Yeah.
Sneaky bee. Jesus. She's a sneaky bee.
Yeah.
You can't see us being bitches because we're so sneaky. The fight that ensued between the group and the twisted, Red Lyrium corrupted Desmond was disgustingly brief. I worked about an hour into making this beautiful boss with multiple faceted layers of... it doesn't really matter, really. Essentially, one of them ducked underneath. They pushed him over, put a glyph on him, and then, of course, Gaffy decapitated him with a few strokes of his blade. However, as it was for whatever... as Desmond died, or it seemed to have died, its headless body stood up and threw the Red Lyrium spear, not at the others, but at the statue that was leaning up against the dam. Once the spear hit the dam, however, its body was destroyed. The spear, meanwhile, embedded into the statue itself and caused the statue to start moving. Just as this shock hit in, coming straight out of the sun's glare came 2 griffins, one mounted by Leclerc, who, I quote, "I leave you for, 2 days, and this is what you do?"
And action.
And this is where we start our story. By the way, quick note, the Jenga set represents the stability of the dam. If it falls, the dam breaks. There is no game over scenario in this. There are just consequences to live with.
Cool.
Now, the 2 griffins land right around you. The statue in the background, which is dominating the horizon, its head turned to look at you, its eyes open with blazing fires of corruptive energies. It seems to be having trouble moving its feet. You have a few seconds. Leclerc hops off this griffin, and this is a creature you've only ever read about. The head of an eagle, the body of a lion or something. And the wings are pretty freaking huge. They seem to have been flying for a while. Leclerc gets off, runs over to you guys, and points at the statue. Seriously? What?
Hey, that just happened.
What?
Explanations later. We should get a plan on how to stop it from breaking the dam.
Well, question. If we took the rope and, like someone held it between flying griffins and we flew it straight at its neck and just tried to tilt it over backwards?
Okay.
Do you think that will work?
Sorry.
I had the same idea.
You know what? Can I just say? Fuck you all! Fuck you all!
I had the same idea.
No,
yes, I did.
No. This
I'm here
thing.
for that.
No, the rope is not long enough. The rope is made of rope.
You never
Are there
said
chains?
anything about
Anyone
that.
there? There's chains there.
Oh please, this ought to be good. What?
If we're gonna have the griffins doing that, at least we should throw animal handling in the.
Oh yeah,
It should
for
be
sure.
very hard. So.
It's not gonna
It's
be
like-
easy.
No shit, really?
So I'm just trying to be on your team here.
That's nowhere near enough on my team. That's like leaning over from your little perch on the fence
Fine,
just to
right,
pat me on
from
the head.
now on,
Yeah?
I'm not helping you.
I won't. You know what?
Ever.
Not gonna notice the freaking difference. Thank
Hey,
you, young
I have
lady.
animal handling. I don't.
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, and we're off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this creature thingy.
2 griffins. One, which was ridden
the
by
golem.
Leclerc. Huh?
The golem.
Oh, the golem. Yes. So which we'd be referring to as the Colossus of Enogi. I was going to call it the Titan, but I got corrected because apparently Titans mean.
Titans are an
So,
entire
This
own entity.
Colossus,
Yes.
is it infused by magic?
Seems to be.
Well then. Since there's a quiet moment, I'm going to say that Ryorai says that moment when Rick is terrified of his plot being over in seconds. Poor Rick, and Lutragem says, "Children!"
I have something called Glyph of Neutralization. And it
That phrase is getting screen captured, you know that.
oh no, it
What?
just
No.
it just keeps people from casting spells.
Well, that was 60 seconds I'm not getting back. Alright.
You're welcome.
The other figure off the griffin doesn't get off, but turns to look at you with, you particularly, Gaffy. With, this figure has a hood, which the figure pulls down. It's a man, human, it seems. Dark mop of dark brown hair, slightly greying at the temples. His cloak is a blue, almost kind of like a circle cloak, only not an official issue. It's also got he's also got a ribbon over his eyes. And when he looks at you, the griffin matches his look at you completely in synchronicity. The
Ribbon?
eyes of the griffin.
Does he have a ribbon bow over his eyes?
It's just a blindfold.
Okay.
Oh, it's actually boo.
Yeah.
Me. But the griffin that looks with him Its eyes aren't golden like the other one, but seems to be like two small blue fires of lyrium magic that's being cast. Gaffy, we haven't got time for this. Mount the griffin. It is trained for you. It'll accept you as its rider.
What?
Get on the griffin.
Why?
Because if you don't, I'll have to put up with Natalie here on the griffin, and she's not a good pilot. Hey! I can ride just about anyone, anything.
Who is this guy?
Oh, this fucker of mother's, his name is Reed. I picked him up. He needed my help. That is not true. And if you don't mind, he puts his thumb over his shoulder at the statue, which is starting to make the ground shake as it rips its hands from the dam. Push a brick.
Okay. No, not that one.
The middle one.
Thank you.
Alright. So, can we just try the rope thing, and if it doesn't work, at least we tried?
But I'm not leaving my companions.
Yeah, where does he have to go?
The figure, this Reed character, gets off the griffin and pats his hand against the griffin's head. The blue flames disappear, and he starts walking over towards you with an eerie accuracy. And he gets to you. He actually comes straight up to you and tries to give you a hug. His arms kind of do this. Oh, well, that's embarrassing. You probably don't remember me. I was at Folly during the time. I was there at the funeral for your father.
Huh? Reed. He was... Yeah, he's one of the Inquisition agents, right?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Was he with the mercenaries?
Nope.
Who was he then?
Can talk about it later.
Huh.
I don't remember you.
Oh, well, that's okay, I guess.
You know Cassian,
Oh, yes.
don't you?
I do. And you might be...
None of your business.
Ah, right, okay, yes, you're one of those. Fair enough. Forget I asked. Yeah, haven't got much time to really argue about this, but get on a griffin. It's like riding a horse, only in a three-dimensional space, just up and down.
I get that. What I don't get is why. Why do you want me to leave?
Leave? Who said anything about leaving? We've got a fight to finish.
Right. Fine. You should have started with that.
Yes, probably.
Take the rope!
I take the rope.
A rope? What are you going to do? Do its
Well, we
laces?
have an idea.
Right, indeed. Excellent. Well, if you wouldn't mind, use the griffin as best you can. I am going to try and keep this dam in one piece. He starts walking down the dam right in front of the statue and starts rubbing his hands together like this.
Confident fella.
The two griffins look at you, like one of them, the one that Leclerc was on, actually goes up to Leclerc and snaps at her ass. She kind of jumps back. Oh, well, you stink too! The other one, which was ridden by Reed, walks very confidently over to you and lies down so you can actually climb on.
Yeah. Before I climb, I'm going to touch it.
Okay.
Because I haven't touched a griffin before. I want to touch it.
It's like I'd imagine if a bird was given the cleaning skills of a cat. Super soft.
Yeah. I'm going to,
Yeah. Reed's griffin has a lot of grey wings with a black patch on its head. The one that Leclerc was flying is more of a dun brown colour.
I'm going to, slowly climb
Okay.
onto its back.
Slowly.
Like not like slow mo, but
Carefully.
gently,
Yeah.
carefully.
Cool. You get onto it. It's the actual saddle's got two pieces to it. It's meant for two riders, it seems.
Yeah. So
The other one goes over to Evelyn. Sorry,
Adelina.
Adelina. I'm getting there.
Closer.
Ada. Yeah. And does the same. Although this time it seems to be rather annoyed at the whole thing. There's actually definite personalities in these griffins.
So it has the same personality as Adelina then?
Yeah, seems like
Oh,
that.
she's not annoyed. Yeah, she looks at Gaffy and she climbs on the thing, I guess.
As I said, there are room for like a passenger on these.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your face.
Oh, Jarvia.
Jarvia,
Dwarf!
Yeah.
would you mind joining me and what's your face?
Lazarus.
Lazarus. I'm not saying what's your face.
No.
Okay. That's me
Laz.
as a player.
Yeah.
Lazarus, could you join Adelina?
I won't be much, help in the air.
But you won't be much help if the dam goes down and you go down with it. So get on.
That is true.
Okay.
Can't really argue with that.
Brownie points to Among Foxes and Wolves, who wrote in the chat, I think I remember where Reed is from. He was the mage that ran the inn in Folly.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Just a griffin, I think.
Okay.
Also, if I may... Now, I'm not going to really use these rules because they're overly complicated and don't have any relevance to this scenario. But, just in case, flying combatants rules.
That's gonna be interesting.
It was a tough situation.
Okay, fine.
Jarvia just casually hands the other end of the rope to Adelina and just in case.
Before Lazarus mounts, he asks Reed, is there anything I can do to assist?
You have to shout over to him because he's quite
Yeah.
further away. He turns at you again with this eerie accuracy with his sightless eyes. You can certainly help me here if you dare.
I think I'll stay then.
Alright.
And he goes over to help Reed.
All right, who you were with? Yeah. You feel like you feel two hands hold on to your waist or midsection, and then you hear the alcoholic or the alcoholic breath of Claire in over your ear. Don't make this don't make this awkward.
Touche. Ditto. Ditto. I say ditto.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Touche, pussycat.
I would just like to say that I may or may not have made sure that Leclerc doesn't die.
Okay.
Maybe.
Because she's not on a dam.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Well,
true.
I
damn.
hand the piece of the rope that Jarvia gave to me to Leclerc,
Don't lose it.
and I just turn around and look at her and hold this.
She holds it in her hand and follows the stretch of rope to the other one.
Jarvia's holding it and waving energetically and have you ever seen people walk into a clothesline before?
People, yes.
Yes. So have you ever seen a golem do it?
Not one that size, no!
Wanna see one do it?
If you get me killed, I'm gonna be pissed!
If you're dead, then we're both dead. It's fine.
She turns around like, I feel certain she does not understand the whole fine thing. The griffins,
shrug.
without waiting for command, stand up. These things are bigger than horses. It's like riding a rhinoceros covered in feathers. The wingspan flops out, and as one, they both look at each other as if sharing a joke before jumping off the edge of the dam.
Holy mother.
Now, roll dexterity, please.
Dexterity?
Yep.
Dexterity?
They're holding on for dear life, I guess.
Acrobatic.
I'm not very dexterous.
Dexterity.
17. And it's a double.
17 and double, sure.
Dexterity what now?
Do
Acrobatics.
Do riding count?
Yes.
Oh, okay, it's still the same.
14.
Smug son of a bitch grin that you...
Can riding and acrobatics stack?
No, you can't have both of these. Stack.
I have both. So
So why not?
So what? Anyways, Leclerc failed. So as you're both flying downwards towards the ground,
yeah.
and you can actually see where the statue is, the gigantic colossus, is ripping its feet from its original foundation under the muddy swamp area that's just underneath this dam, sending huge ripples like tidal waves from beneath you. Leclerc loses her footing and she just falls away from behind the. Yeah, you actually look behind you and you see Leclerc going, and then all of a sudden the griffin brings its wings up and then goes up like that. At that point, she slams back into the saddle, and you hear the wind getting knocked out of her. And it's more of a like she's just legs akimbo, slaps straight down into the saddle.
Oh, that hurts so
Yeah.
bad.
She actually puts a tentative hand on your shoulder and comes up and goes.
I turn around and I say, "Glad you're not the man, eh?" And I turn back around and
Yeah. she's.
I did that to myself once.
Oh dear me! All you can hear behind is like, it still hurts though. And then she wraps her arms around you quite tightly. You can actually feel nails going in. You know?
Through your armor.
Yeah, through the armor.
I'm thinking. I think Leclerc now has a fear of heights. The amount of times she's fallen.
Or riding, for that matter.
I don't think she'll ever get a fear of riding.
No, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe
Not
not.
the type.
It'll be quickly,
Remedy?
Yeah.
remedied.
the face on Adelina right now looks like hair face meme.
Does her head do like an exorcist thing where it goes around 180 and she's just like.
No, but
She
it
could
no.
if she would. Or she
Ladies
would
and
if she
gentlemen.
could. Oh.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
You know how to. You remember how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Put your dice together and.
14.
I'm gonna let you have this between you because you're the ones who are
Yes, that is true.
It's not the best, but it's not too bad either.
All right, now who got 20 or higher? 19.
No.
You're not feral, honey. No. 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Close enough.
You jinxed it, Rick. You jinxed
I did.
it.
I really did. You know what I said yesterday? Oh, I've heard that there's not going to be any more snow this week.
Where in the heck did you hear that?
You,
I wonder.
apparently. Anyway.
17. 16. It's not an auction.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna open my chocolate.
Dirty.
Mmm.
Yes, it's a little bit too late for this.
I'm sorry. What's your character again? Kidding.
Lol.
I'm gonna
JK.
practice dot.
Ah, is this yours? 15. 14.
Yeah, it's me.
We're pretty close in initiative then.
Yeah.
Pretty close to Violet. 13. 12. 10.
Just
No,
ask what it
you
is.
skipped 11.
Did I? 12. 10. Yeah, I did.
I'm glad it's not just me who can't language today.
No, I can't numbers. That's worse.
Well, yes, you're the DM. That makes me quite concerned.
Let's just
We
hope
can
it works
veto
in our
everything.
favor.
Yes.
Then we'll be fine.
It's not gonna be fine. Sweet. So, as the two griffins in unison come up as a flight, you actually get the scope of the situation. Down beneath you on the left, there is the wraparound of the dam itself. You can see cracks forming and some water trickling through where there shouldn't be any. Right next to this dam, standing about as tall as, let me think of a really tall thing. What would be relevant to your characters? Probably almost as, about as tall as Faxhold.
Okay.
Yeah. This statue is huge, and its hands are freed from the actual dam itself now, and its feet, it's starting to rip up. Although it's stone, the red lyrium seems to be giving it an almost fleshy substance. Where the stone cracks, there is this almost disgusting muscular layer underneath, which allows it some mobility as it moves around. So there's actually this spray of granite or whatever stone it's made of, which is just falling around it. And it's looking up at you for a second and then turns back to the dam. You don't seem to be a threat right now. Meanwhile, actually, you run over to where Reed is. He's got his hands on the ground, and you see this unfamiliar glyph that you've never seen before that's dancing around all of this fade light. It's like it's crisscrossing in very intricate patterns.
It's a creation magic.
It seems to be some form of creation magic, yeah.
Can I roll for it?
Go for it,
See what
just to see what it is. Do that quickly.
20.
20, nice. This you don't know it, but then you're not surprised. The actual glyph signs that are appearing seem dwarven. So this is probably something of his own invention. And that's definitely a question you want to ask later.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to try something different this time. What's your defense and your armor ratings, please? I'm going to start with Adeline.
Defense and armor rating.
Yep.
Armor rating is 10, defense is 14.
Jesus. You just did that the other way around. Yep.
Yeah, but that's the way it's
That's...
supposed to be. Have you ever heard of the alphabet?
I've heard of alphabetic spaghetti. Leclerc is and Reed is that. It's Pish. Yavia, what's your defense and armor?
My defense is 16.
Yep.
And my armor rating is 4.
Cool. Gaffy?
Well, normally my defense is 14.
Oh god, ask a complicated question. Yeah, but
But it can be either 15, 17 or 18. Depending on what type of modes I activate.
oh god, that actually physically hurt me.
What? You have more than one mode?
I have 2 modes
magic.
I can...
And normal.
Just, let's not call them modes anymore, let's call them moods.
Hashtag
Moods
big mood.
Gaffy.
Yeah.
Big
And,
mood. Pretty decent
If
big
I
mood.
were, if I had the time to cast rock armor, then my armor rating that is normally 5 would be 25.
Your armor would be 25.
Yeah, I don't know how she does it, but don't look at me.
Because rock armor is your spell power. And my spell power with primal magic is 20.
Who's
And
idea
I
was
have
it that
5.
she played in this again? My god. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to make sure you never get to cast a spell again. Ever. Oh my lord. Alright, right. Screw this. Anyway. Adeline. You are the fastest to react.
Adelina.
Yes. Aren't we supposed to, try to make it the thing fall over? So
You can do whatever stupid, inane antics you want.
I guess we're just flying towards that thing.
Yeah, trying to
I don't know.
clothesline it in the neck.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan. Oh, by the way, does the griffin have a harness thing?
Yep.
Because then I'm going to tie the rope to the harness so that when we hit the statue, it doesn't just pull me off the fucking griffin.
And I was so looking forward to that.
And then I'm going to have my dagger at the ready so I can cut the line just in case it doesn't work.
Let's hope you can do it quickly enough.
Yes.
It would be
Considering.
logical that there's something like a cowboy saddle thing that you can...
Something.
around.
I want to see how this goes, so let's say there is, because this is going to be spectacular.
Yeah.
Groovy.
Or even better.
So I guess we all work together as a group trying to do this.
Yeah, so you're going to basically hold your actions, combine them all as one, right? Even the passengers?
Yeah, I can't do anything. I don't have magic.
No.
I have a crossbow. I don't think it's going to do much against it.
There will be like a distinct boink.
Yeah.
It'll do it. Well, are you any good at climbing?
I don't know. Am
it's gonna be like
Yeah,
the
I have climbing. I'm not super good at it, but I have it.
Might save your life. I'll do that in just a second. Meanwhile, Reed and Lazarus You're essentially pouring your magical energies into the same glyph, which seems to be actually going beyond the exponential limit of most glyphs. You notice that it seems to be spreading down the front of the dam itself as well, so it's actually reinforcing. Yes.
Before I start doing that, though, I'm
Yes.
going to cast the glyph of warding around us.
Cool. That's a good idea, actually. That's
It basically means that allies within 3 yards of the glyph
yes.
gain a +2 bonus to willpower tests and
Yeah.
a defense against ranged attacks so long as they remain within the glyph's area. Also get a +2 bonus. And it lasts until the end of the encounter.
Roll it up.
Yeah.
Let's hope you
You
make
cold?
it. Me too.
That's 16. Yeah.
Nice. All right, that glyphs.
That's number. Yeah.
Ooh, nice. The glyph that Reed is casting reinforces the stone structure. So the next time he gets to ignore the pour the brick.
Yay!
Now let's get back to your stupidity. You were going to try what?
Clotheslining.
Clotheslining it in the neck with a length of rope between both of you.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. All right. All
I
right.
tell Leclerc to do the same as Jarvia with the plan with the rope, so she doesn't get hung behind.
And,
I don't want her to get killed. Like I would rather Keth die than Leclerc, if I had to choose.
You heard it here first. Not that anyone was saying anyone had to choose.
No,
She made the
I'm just
call. No,
saying,
it's
Leclerc
fine.
is my favorite character. I would kill Feral over Leclerc, easy.
There
Yes,
you have
darling.
it.
Just a matter of practicalities with regards to the design of the saddles. Most likely, since it's a flying saddle, it'll have handles to hold on to,
probably.
and high seats in the back so that there's more.
Yep.
So probably tying into the handles. Just saying.
Well, I'm no expert on riding, but that sounds pretty ample. Cool. So what this is going to be is, first of all, an animal handling check. Riding is an option.
It's communication or riding. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do riding because
I have nothing.
that's
Okay.
much easier.
Do
I have
that. And the other person, you have animal handling or riding?
I have writing
Yeah, use that.
with communication or with the dexterity.
With dexterity, it's associated with, yeah.
That's better.
Got
What'd
a
you get?
double 21
Oh yeah.
with a double.
Drink,
Dragon Dice 6.
15.
15. Well, no, that's interesting.
What's going on over there?
Riorai says, please speak up when you talk. When you lower your voice, I have to turn up the volume.
Yeah, like whenever you guys do like the calm, quiet things, you're almost inaudible in the podcast. So I always have to tune you up.
Should we turn up the gain a little bit and see if that helps?
But it's just that you and Tonya specifically have very soft voices,
Yeah.
so you don't carry as well as me and Sunniva because we have a higher pitch or something. I don't know.
What's my
Okay.
voice?
You're loud.
Oh.
So you're fine.
Cool.
Just average.
Noted.
Are you still cold?
No, I said you're
Yeah,
fine.
but are you still cold?
No,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Can't get anything out of this.
But I'm cold, so if you need to bother someone about that, you can bother me.
I'll get to you. Alright, so now I would like you to both do a check.
Another one?
All
Sass check?
4 of you
Okay.
to
All
stay in the
4 of us?
saddle.
Ah, okay.
And
Leclerc, you
that's
mean?
what?
So
Yes,
riding,
sorry, not you.
animal handling,
This is going to be acrobatics.
acrobatics.
Fine.
Everyone?
Yes.
Ooh.
I thought we already rolled. But okay.
You need to do it again.
5,
Ooh, I got a double.
11, 12,
Dexterity, acrobatics.
13,
13.
and a double.
What'd you get?
17.
18.
Oh, you're not there.
So, 3 of us.
Jesus Christ, Leclerc.
Is she fumbling?
She is not a rider.
She's having a hard time.
You guys. Yes.
Ryurai says Rick is perfect, and I agree.
I
Aww.
dropped my chocolate on the floor.
So wait for it. Wait
Natural
for
break.
the chocolate.
Yes, natural
wait
break.
for the chocolate.
I love how you do a little dance. So you guys basically come down in a beautiful formation, perfect display. You're so confident, and you hit the actual statue in the neck section, pulling with all of the weight of 2 muscle-bound griffins
In speed.
with
Or
speed. Yeah.
Just gonna do this before you continue. There we go.
This is not going well.
The rope snaps.
Of course it does.
The resulting exchange of forces knocks Gaffy's griffin all over the place. However, you both manage to hold on. In the meantime, not Gaffy's griff, but Adelaide, would you mind rolling a perception?
What? Perception? Seeing or?
Seeing. It's believing.
Yeah, well, we tried.
15.
15?
There's
Okay,
a double.
cool. Oh, that's nice. Super nice.
That's nice.
That's nice. Cool. So that was your move. Yes.
Among Foxes and Wolf says, would it be wrong time to say the Leclerc should have a focus in riding?
But that's then other type of riding.
I think you don't know what.
She has a
Maybe you
focus
do.
in sexy.
Oh, she knows.
I think she should have a focus in sexy time. Is,
No. Leclerc has sexual lore.
Yes. Remember.
Drunk law. Yeah, sexual law.
Mhm.
Drunken flirting, communications. Yeah. So, guess what?
What?
Leclerc falls to her death.
Don't
Rocks
even
fall,
joke
Leclerc
about it.
dies.
No.
This is not a joking matter.
No.
It's not a jerking matter.
For
I
her,
said
maybe.
Not a joking matter. You
Jaquine.
ass.
The giant colossus turns on its feet as you guys are flying away and reaches out with one of its hands. It's so impossibly fast. It's not as slow and cumbersome as you'd expect. Although, again, as you see the rocks that are chipping away, underneath you see the weird, corruptive, muscular layer that's corrupting it from within. The hand reaches out for Gaffy's disoriented griffin and goes for a grab. First, however, it smashes into you, causing... Actually, yep. That was the first. That was cool. Yep. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. 16, 12. That's going to be 28 points of damage.
To me or the griffin?
Good question.
All of us, I guess.
I don't
know.
It is to all of you.
Oh.
28.
So 28 each.
The palm, actually, that comes down on all of you is broad. It actually smacks all of you at the same time.
And I guess we don't. We have to. We're not starting over. We still have the damage we got last time. Yeah.
But it's
Yep.
not. Oh, I don't remember what my damage was last time.
Well, if you haven't changed it, then I'll be that.
Hmm.
For the sake of the argument, though, just go with whatever you have on your character sheet.
Yeah, no, I never cross it out on my character sheet.
Why not?
Because then I would have to erase it, and I would probably erase holes through my character sheet because I take a lot of damage.
I don't think your character took any damage. It was mostly
No.
Yavi was skulking around.
Yeah, no, I
and-
don't think she took any damage.
No, she did that whole lacrosse puck bullshit. That
And if
was
she
about
did, she
it.
didn't take a lot of damage, so
And if
it's
she did, she
probably
deserved
fine.
it. Let's see who gets picked up now. Ooh, she.
But it's not penetrating, right?
No.
No, so minus armor.
Oh,
Strangely
I
enough.
forgot about that. I thought it was.
Yeah, but you didn't get hit.
You didn't get hit.
No,
You're
it
on
was
the
just
same
me
griffin.
and Gaffy.
Oh,
And
you said all of you. So then
No,
I
all of you on
thought.
the griffin.
On my griffin.
Okay.
Well,
And I said all of us. And you said
Hashtag
yes.
not your griffin. I mean, your griffin is now called Munchkin.
No, it's called Boba.
That's what you got, really. That was the thing you came up with.
Yeah.
You don't get to name things anymore.
Why? Boba is a nice name.
The fist, or rather the palm, which came down and smacked you guys, including the griffin, which now takes 20. 10 minus the 2.
26.
Cool. That's basically out of 75. Groovy, I'm keeping a record here. It then clasps around, actually encompassing the griffin. You guys, because of the sheer virtue of the fact that this broad hand has gaps between its fingers, find yourself suddenly trapped, or not trapped per se, but stuck between the fingers as this gigantic stone fist grabs the griffin out of the air and holds it there. No extra damage is caused, but it's going to have to fight to get free. Luckily, it'll get a chance before it takes any more damage. That, as they say, is that for the first round. Going straight back to top.
Oi.
What? Ignoring Lazarus completely. Didn't you do a... I thought you got your what is it, before
The
battle
warding thing?
Mm.
That was before we entered combat. But yeah, I would like to do a telekinetic burst. Bless you. I would like to do a telekinetic burst.
So would I.
But are
On
you
the golem.
are you close enough to the golem? Aren't you helping Reed?
It's not a
Right, well, Colossus.
Apparently it's not a titan. It's not a golem.
Anywhere within 24 yards?
Way out of range.
Okay. The Colossus is on the other side of the dam or something?
Oh no, you're quite close in reference to that. It's just
Yeah.
about 50 yards away.
Okay. Fair enough. So not close enough. Okay, in that case...
You can get closer,
Nope.
by the way.
Nope.
Throw yourself off. No, I'm kidding. You can get on the tower.
I am going to cast...
Really want to do that whole I cast fist bit.
What?
Fist of the Maker.
That's what I call it, yo.
But it is a legit spell called Fist of the Maker.
Yeah,
I know.
I have it.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I have it. Not going to use it though because damn.
By the way, roll perception.
Okay.
Everyone or just us?
Just there.
Okay.
Seeing, hearing.
See.
Okay. 18.
18. Ooh. You, as you're standing there wondering what spell to cast, you notice that around this area, there's the glint of red lyrium from the spear that was thrown
On the
Colossus.
on the Titan's left shoulder.
Colossus shoulder.
Sorry, Colossus. I thought Titan was cool. I don't get why I
Yes.
can't have. This is why I can't have any fun things, you know.
Everything
Okay.
is broken.
By the way, incidentally, Tonya comes from the rare, lesser-known Pentagast clan called the Pedantigast.
But yeah, I'm going to cast Heroic Defense
Yeah.
on myself.
Cool. Good idea.
And that is number.
Tonya Pedantigast. Known for defeating dragons by correcting their grammar.
And I make the target number, so that's all good. And that means I get a +5 bonus to defense and a +2 bonus to armor rating for 7 rounds.
I don't think they're going to be there for 7 rounds, do you? Cue
I'm
heroic
not sure
music.
if I have any armor rating to begin with.
Yep.
Hmm?
No, you don't. You have a nice... I think you have like an armor rating of 1 because of thick woolen...
Yeah, that sounds about right. And
like
defense
mage robes.
is 10 plus...
Your dex.
Dexterity.
Yeah, so that's 11.
If you're an elf, I think you get +2. No, you don't. That's just speed. You should get it. You're going from origins at least.
Okay, that's that done. Thank you very much.
So Lazarus Mara is going to spend most of this battle buffing himself up to be completely immune to damage, and then the statue is not going to pick on him at all. So he's going to be like, "No! Hit me! I didn't do this for no reason!" Snaffle. Adelina?
Yes. Your turn. I have no idea what to do. I'm just
Well-
flying around.
You are currently
I guess.
flying around
I
with...
guess. I guess we're going to turn around and try to help the guys that are trapped.
Yeah, Leclerc just threw up over your left side.
I just look at her
She looks
with
back.
the stink eye.
She doesn't do the stink eye. She does more of a, hey, I have nothing in my stomach, let's drink kind of eye.
I hand her some nuts.
She munches on them immediately.
Yeah.
There are no more nuts. You may
That's-
remove nuts from your inventory.
I don't have nuts.
Well,
These nuts.
What the hell is Leclerc
Hey!
eating?
I have another piece of rope, by the way. We can try to do the
She's
same
gnawing
thing.
on rope.
That nearly worked. Let's try it again.
Yeah. Nearly.
Cool.
No.
But yeah, you want to go and attack its hand.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
At least I want to try to help them, so.
How would you go about it?
I
You
don't. How do you attack stone?
With a bird. Horse. Thing.
It's not all stone. Some of the parts that are showing are muscular or fleshy inside.
But the hand is stone,
Granite.
so it's muscular and fleshy at the shoulder part, the left shoulder part.
Wherever there is motion or articulation, the like finger
Joints.
Okay, yes.
the stone cracks to reveal a newly placed, corrupted.
Okay,
Especially
so
inside, like
when the
internal
hand
organs.
goes like this,
Yeah.
it means that it's crackling right about here, right?
Now you're
On top of
thinking
your
Kratos.
fingers.
Yeah.
So the thing is, then we'll just go fly towards it,
Yep.
and I'm gonna try to chop it off to leave an open hole,
Yep.
so the guys can escape.
That sounds so epic. It might work. However, if you roll more than 2 1s, you'll end up cutting the griffin instead.
Yeah,
You okay with that?
sure.
You okay
This is
run
a
that risk?
fairy tale adventure.
It's this dark fantasy.
She just met this bird anyway, so
Yeah.
who cares?
Nothing says dark fantasy like winning the day and then dying of leprosy. You know.
I'm not a Grey Warden. This isn't the like holy ghost of my clan, you know.
Lutragem says,
Holy.
going by Pokemon rules, ice and fighting beat rock. Wait, no. We're waiting.
Also, she says, I'm pretty sure I've got some Pedantagast in me too.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think I do too.
This is a thing now. We're creating the
Wait,
clan
no,
of Pedantagast. House Pedantagast. And your. That's it.
I
Small
think
stuff.
Valeth might be a Pedantagast.
Yep, she may well be inducted into the
You think?
Pedantagast.
There's a might there.
No, she is.
She is.
For sure.
Excuse me, Mr. Dragon, but that growl, was that with an apostrophe? Poof.
Okay, so we fly towards this shit.
Yes.
And
Roll an attack roll!
yeah, hold on. And I'm doing my battle roar, right?
As your minor action.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Charge.
fly in, charge, roar, you know? Which will give the golem -1 on attack rolls.
Oh, good. That's because it's already shit as attack rolls.
So that's what happens.
Is there any condition where it won't do that because it doesn't give a crap how much you use your lungs?
Not as I...
Fantasy voice!
Not that I know of, no.
Oh well.
It just said that shout out war cry that gives all enemies within 8 yards of charge final, like my charge final position.
Yes.
A -1 on attack
Ka-chunga,
rolls.
chunga, chunga.
So this will...
Funny thing is,
Mhm.
I'll let this work. But one thing that you can use with while you're on the Griffin, you go twice the normal movement. You go to let's see, it's 24 yards on your flying speed.
Mhm.
And you're diving, which increases it twice as much again. What's awesome is you can attack in the middle of that. And because of the spirit of the rule with that, let's say that it happens at the point you attack. Because otherwise, if you're like, attack, rah! It makes no sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, yeah. Roll!
Attack?
Roll!
Normal attack?
Yes.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You get
Sure.
+1. Let's see, an extra +2 to the attack roll, because of the fact that you're diving and you're also attacking. from
Charging.
horseback.
So +2 for charging.
Yeah.
Okay. I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's fine. Roll the dice. I'll help you. It's okay. We'll get through this together.
12.
You'll chop a finger off. It'll be great. You get to choose which finger if you manage it. What?
24?
24?
Yeah.
Guess what this thing's defense is?
24.
8. It's not hard to hit, really. It's a big motherfucking statue.
Yeah.
Cool. Your blade connects, and you also get +1 to your damage because of the speed you're going.
Fat.
What weapon are you using, by the way?
My 200.
So you're actually straddling this thing.
Yeah.
You actually feel that Leclerc is...
Leclerc is holding
Yeah,
me,
she's
so-
actually kind of almost posing in that kind of like very typical fantasy thing where the woman's like... and you're like...
Oh
doing
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Riorai, make it happen. Somebody who could draw, that'd be amazing. Cool. So your blade connects with the knuckle bone of the creature's hand.
Yeah. Can I use expert strike? I know I should really call that out before.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Up to 3.
Yeah.
That's
so
+3 damage to it. Plus the 1. That's +4 in total.
Up to 3.
So it's. Did you get a double, by the way?
No.
Not when you need it.
13.
Oh, the caffeine's kicking in. That's good.
19 damage.
19 damage?
I don't add the focus to damage, right?
No, unless you have. Wait, do you have veteran?
Yes, I do.
Then in that case, you do.
Yes, that's why I have written it down there. That's why this does not make sense. What did I say? 19, 21.
You know what else doesn't make sense? Donald Duck has no pants. Think about that.
But he puts them on when he goes swimming.
Yeah. Kinky son of a bitch, that one.
21 damage.
21 damage.
Yes.
Right, so that's basically. Doo-ba-doo. Groovy. Cool. Your blow actually causes a huge backwash of sticky and horrid looking, whatever this thing calls blood, ichor, essentially, but it doesn't break through the knuckle bone. It causes a lot of meat. You two get covered in it. It essentially smells of waste. It's foul. Yes?
What happens is that we come flying towards you, and all you can hear like, whoa! And poof! And then you hear me screaming like, you haven't got it through, it's almost got it through. Yeah.
As like a post-event commentary, you know. Oh, I'm gonna get next time, I'll be
Doppler effect.
Although I like your battle cry, it's like Ric Flair. You know?
I was trying to do Sonya from Hot's Heroes of the Storm.
Really?
She does this, and that's the thing.
It's okay.
It's not like Cena, yeah. Jesus, run away! She's being high pitched. Groovy. Leclerc, by the way, does nothing but hold on. She holds on pretty tight.
Oh yeah.
If you weren't wearing like a plate mail front there, I feel it.
By the way,
Yes.
has Leclerc fallen in love with Adelina yet?
I don't think she's ever fallen in love per se.
Yes, but this heroic act.
Yep.
Yeah.
But she might want. She might want to try you out.
Try out for a ride.
Jesus Christ. Okay, now.
You wanted to know. I just thought you should know. That's not awkward. Right, Gaffy. Do you want to try and break free?
I want to break free.
Freaking you! It's either you or Anita that was going to start singing it.
Yeah, right.
You can either go for the slinky approach. Actually, no, it's not you that's trapped. It's the griffin. Now it's going to try on its own, but it's not really adept at wiggling out of this. So do you want to? You are actually standing in front of the same knuckle that she just attacked.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you're covered in the. Yeah, you're like, oh, thanks, that was great. But you can attack the same thing.
yeah,
Same
of course.
So can Javia. You're pretty much like, there's this gigantic stone finger which is cracked, and where the cracks are, there is this exposed, skinless meat. And you're on one side, Javia just pops up on the other, and you're like,
Yes. Try to take my roleplay away from me. Thanks a lot, GM.
He had a good idea, I guess.
Yeah, I had the same idea, so don't take it away. So yeah, I'm going to just, Jaria, let's hack. And I hack.
can we just, for the sake of the podcast, just erase me? I'm not needed, really. I mean, I don't even know why I'm here.
Shush.
Does that make you a Eraserhead?
What? No, what? No one's gonna get that. No one's as old as you.
I
What?
don't get it. I have no idea
What?
what it is.
It's My Hero Academia as well. No.
Or read that or raise your head. I think with the movie from the 1980s.
I have not seen the movie nor My Hero,
Same.
so but I know of the movie.
Yeah.
And since last time after the fight with Desmond, I dropped all my battle magic stuff, so I don't really have magic as my strength. So I'm going to
you
cast.
can use minor action to turn it back on again, can't you?
Sure.
You can. I'm just saying you can.
Yeah.
I don't
sure.
want you to succeed.
But because
fail.
because what I want to do, things got happened a little bit quickly when it first happened.
Cracky boom.
So
Cracky boom boom.
I am going to frost weapons. Cast frost weapons.
Okay.
So me and Jarvia get frost weapons.
Thank you, Loser Jam. That was a really good call. Yum yum yum.
And that I guess because that's a major action, so that's basically what I can do. So it's kind of up to Jarvia to start the hacking.
Right.
What are you armed with?
Well, I have my crossbow and I have a dagger. So it kind of really depends on which I choose to use. Which brings me to my question: can I use a perception to see if I can notice if its eyes are looking fleshy and vulnerable? Has it blinked or opened them? Are there cracks?
The eyes which you saw before are nothing more than just two furnaces of fire. So
shooting that would probably not do much. Or it could. I mean, I have frost weapons, but
I mean, your experience magical stuff is just weird. You know.
Yeah, we should get loose before we.
Oh yeah, no, I think what Jarvia is going to do is.
Does Jarvia have explosives?
No, she does not.
That's a shame.
I don't think so. At least I don't have any like inventory in her backpack, so. Or maybe I do. I just don't have it out, and I didn't want to make a lot of noise rummaging through it.
Yeah.
So what I think, if Jarvia loose enough to like move?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's just gonna like hop up on its hand and try to run as fast as she can along the arm. And then she's probably going to try to shoot at the point where the spear is going into its shoulder neck thingy. If that is in.
Spear.
You
haven't spotted it.
Oh, it's not on this side.
No, it isn't, and you haven't actually spotted it yourself.
Okay.
The only person who has is Lazarus Marr, and he ain't sending mail.
No, he's pretty far away.
Probably outside of hearing range.
Yeah, probably.
Although I tell you what, if you manage to like roll a double and succeed on a TN of 15, I'll let you have it.
What?
Toughness, target number. Communications.
Okay, well then
But if you fail, she'll get the wrong idea.
I'll still pop up on top of the hand and just try to, because I only have a dagger and it's not going to do much damage.
Well, you have now.
I have frost weapons.
Frosty
to-
dagger.
yeah.
Which I, by the by, before I got to roll.
Yes.
Now I have rolled and I hit the target number.
Yeah.
Good. Well, what does the frost weapons do again?
You have the book.
Yeah.
I don't have any spell cards.
What level warrior are you? I could have. No, you're not a warrior.
No, I'm not. I'm
But you could have really
mage.
done with Adelina on this one. Adelina, sorry, because she has the ability to hit with a minor action as well.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Didn't help Desmond, no, did it? Oh no, because they basically punked his ass like something out of a Carry-On movie. Whoopsie Davy.
Frost
Oh look,
wep-
I'm on my back and I'm stuck to the ground. Oh look, hello there,
Shit.
Gaffy. You got a present for me.
Frost weapons, you get a +2 penetrating damage with each successful attack.
Yes, we need this.
Does it say
Plus
anything
2.
about which weapons you can use it on, or is it?
I think it's just
everything?
melee weapons.
I think
Melee.
also it's just melee.
Yes, it's melee.
So if that's going to help, I'm going to have to use my dagger, and I'm just going to hack at one of the fingers that are closest and have some exposed flesh.
Roll it up.
How do I roll for attacks with blades and never use them? Okay, so that is...
Good.
Yes, that is very good. That's 11, 15 plus strength, I think. 16?
No,
No, it's
daggers is
dexterity.
dexterity.
Oh,
Dexterity.
well, it says plus strength here, but okay.
Yeah,
No, it's dex.
maybe.
To hit, it's dex. To wound, it's strength.
Okay, so then that's
It's dex plus 2, I think.
dex plus 2. Okay, so 6, 7, 8
Should be
plus
plus 1,
what
I
was
think.
it?
But yeah,
11,
I think I have
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23
Jesus.
to hit.
I love how you went like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
I count that way.
And
She got
your,
on a roll.
your
Oh,
damage
you also
is
got around
1d6
15
plus
and
1
over.
plus
Plus
strength.
two.
Works out as around
plus
plus
one.
7 damage.
No, but plus
Now-
2 for
now
the first
it's
weapons.
too many
Yes.
speaking.
Okay.
Very important. I am though.
5,
I know.
6, 7, 8, 9. I
9,
think.
nice.
Plus
I
2
forget
penetrating.
that we're doing overcome now to increase the speed of the combat scenarios.
But that was
So-
with the plus 2.
Yeah, but 2 are penetrating.
Yeah, sure. But it's 9,
And-
2 of which are penetrating.
Mhm.
And do you?
What about them?
They're
They-
useful.
They're useful.
So let's see. It's got 7 plus the 7 from overcome as well. That makes that 14 minus the 10 for the armor. Blah 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 blah. 2 for penetrating. Cool. All right. And taking into consideration Adeline's actual damage, which I didn't calculate correctly because we're now doing overcome as well. That basically means. Did you get any doubles, by the way?
No. No, yeah, no,
No.
I didn't.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was 5,
'Cause
6, and 4.
Yeah, I rolled no doubles.
Cool. Nice. You start laying into this knuckle joint like it's anything. It reminds you of butchering the side of a cow. It's so big. But you don't seem to be making the knuckle react at all. You're actually covered in the viscera from the this thing. It's hard to avoid when you're cutting open what is it, like a very thin membrane. Also, this thing stinks like rotten meat as well. It's foul, and you feel like you need a shower after this. What's up?
I forgot because I was interrupted that when before the frost weapon. I mean, after the frost weapon, I want to use my minor action to activate. You know the
Combat magic.
primal, combat magic.
Cool. So your sword is now on fire.
And ice.
Icy fire. I hate
A
that.
sword of ice and
Ice,
fire.
ice weapons, fire weapons. Let's just break the laws of physics. Who cares, right?
It's magic anyway, so
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
exactly.
it,
It
it
doesn't make
already
sense.
breaks the laws of physics, so it's fine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Lazarus, Reed is still focusing on the dam.
Okay.
What are you up to? You're seeing what's going on from where you're standing, by the way. In the right hand of this.
I am going to use my free action
Yes.
to try and shout at them. Using, charade-like movements so that I can use performance.
Oh my god, that's genius! Okay, use performance.
Yes.
So in the middle of all this hubbub, you're going to try and do charades at a distance.
This is cute. Oh, okay. So that's a 17.
Did you get a double?
Yes, I did.
And what were you trying to relate to them? In one
that
sentence?
it has a weak spot on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. So you're essentially like, hey guys, look at the shoulder on the thing. Oh,
Just
dear
like
me.
pointing at it.
I'm gonna say that you see this.
It's like pointing at it.
Your finely tuned military experience is telling you that something seems out of place. And when you take a look to the right, you see that while everyone else seems to be caught in some sort of like life or death situation, Lazarus, he's a bit of a weirdo, is jumping up and down, flapping his arms as if he's training on a field. And then when he notices you looking at him, he starts making all sorts of gestures.
Hey, Natalie.
Huh?
Do you see what I see down there?
Do you see
Down there? Well, let me see.
Lazarus.
Oh, Lazarus, of course. That's
He's
what they meant.
pointing at himself and the stone thing.
Oh, that probably means we are to look at the stone thing's neck. Oh, pretty.
Shoulder.
Shoulder.
Yes.
You guys literally as one just turn over, you like wheel around, and then you notice on the side of this the statue, right where the spear went in. The spear's haft is still there.
Oh.
And then you look at you and Leclerc share a glance.
We need to get that thing out now.
Oh, is that what you got? I got something else.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. Now we need to get that thing out and save the dam and save the villagers.
And then we can talk about it later.
Sure.
I have a reason to live.
Sure.
So that was my free action.
She only acts free.
Oh, Rewrite
No.
does say a good point. The podcast people are going to miss out on this fantastic acting. Okay, let me just relay this for the podcast. So basically, Lazarus stands up, does something that looks like, jumping
gesturing.
jacks.
The monkey dance.
Then starts like pointing his fingers towards his shoulder, pointing towards the Colossus, pointing back on his shoulder, doing the whole like weep weep expression with his fists, and then pointing at the shoulder again, then doing stabbing motion with his hand, and then going thumbs up. That's basically what he does.
So it's basically battle semaphore.
Yeah.
Now, what we will do is provide you with a reenacted show of that. I'm gonna film Ingrid doing that later on if anyone needs to know.
Yes.
Just for the fan group.
Yes.
Perks the group.
Anyway, so for his major action, he's going to cast haste on himself.
Hasta.
Let's see. That is.
It is a double.
Oh, that is just. Yes, that is actually the one more than target number. Because it's creation magic and I get to lower the target number on that. Yay! And then I'm going to use my movement to move towards the Colossus.
Okay.
What's the default speed for humans?
10.
10. So I get a plus 10 bonus to my speed. So my speed is now 20. How close do I get?
What do you mean? Close to... Oh, you mean you get to the edge of the dam?
To the Colossus.
Because she's down at the bottom of the dam with
He.
Reed. Yeah,
He.
he is.
It's not the bottom of the dam. It's on the top of the
The
dam.
ledge.
you're actually
Oh,
at.
okay.
And the Colossus is also on top of the dam.
No, it's
is it?
you're looking at its head.
It's on the
Because it's
side
been
of the
standing on the
dam.
side, like punching into the dam.
Oh, I see.
Otherwise, it would have squished you by now. To be fair.
So is there any chance that Lazarus can get close enough to touch it?
Not unless you haste and then jump, but there's a chance you won't grab onto the thing and then fall to your death.
We
Yeah.
have griffins. They can save.
Can he get down to the Colossus easily?
Climbing down is going to take quite a while.
No, then. Okay, he's going to
Why don't
get
you-
closer to it.
Yeah. There's actually towers on either side, which can get you a moderately closer. Probably to about the distance of about 30 yards.
I need to get closer than that.
Then I would recommend you hold your action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold your action. Jump.
Maybe.
Hold my action, jump.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just saying, because next turn it could be getting interesting, you know?
If it gets close, you could jump on its arm.
I love that Ryurai. I see now that she's posted Hasta La Vista, baby.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Help!
Ingrid's got plenty of other characters. She doesn't need
She also
Lazarus.
says, oh my god, Rick's face when Ingrid starts explaining Hasta La Vista, that's why.
Yeah, that's a completely honest expression. That's the voice. There's the fresh expression of pain and misery. Right. So as a free action, it's gonna cause shots bat. The fist clenches, and you hear the griffin start screaming in pain. 6.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, it's more like a oh crap. Owie. So and then with its left hand, since you're not too far nearby, it's gonna punch the wall. Crap. That was pretty damn harsh. Cool. Usually, I'd say take 3 off. Take 2.
Because Reed has been helping us.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So 2. So that's 1.
What happens when we don't have anyone to take out?
Well, I mean, we should probably stop taking centers at some
Yes.
point because it's gonna.
But you already started. You'll.
Yeah.
If one is loose,
Yep.
you're not allowed to put it back.
There. So it'll be this one. No. Fuck.
Do you want me to?
No,
No,
you're not
no, no.
allowed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Only one
Ah!
hand.
Come on.
Almost there.
This was a good idea. Yeah, okay.
Oh, my heart.
For the podcast, Anita just took out a Jenga piece, and one of the pieces above it started sort of following it.
It got stuck.
Could we say in future when you're taking a piece, I am taking a piece from the Jenga.
Yes. Let's do that.
It's Jenga time.
It's Jenga.
Yes.
Okay, that's a hashtag.
But you did say, can you take 3 pieces of the shit? So, not shit, but that's my words.
You always replace words you can't think of with shit.
Yes. Makes it easier.
That's why when you're really tired, you start going shit, shit, shitty, shitty, shit, shit, shit.
I have a better song, but I won't share it.
You usually don't stop. You just go for it. Right. Anyways, the gigantic colossus, with its free left hand, smashes outwards. Its fist goes straight into the dam, causing the dam to shake. You actually, for a second, you think that's it. Some water actually is starting to spray out, but it's holding for now. It's in the statue's entire left hand is actually now all the granite is cracked, and that same corrupted muscle work, knots of magically corrupted created muscle is just slow, like showing and gleaming underneath. Right back to the top. Adelina, you're up. You're just coming out of the dive, swooping back up again.
I steer around, because I guess we have to steer back towards the shoulder of the stone man.
Yeah, did you hear that? Oh, you saw it, didn't you? Or did you not?
Huh?
The shoulder of the
Yes.
stone man?
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about
Right,
it.
we did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a
Who's the
conversation.
president?
Adelina and Leclerc went in synchronicity, like, huh?
Anyway, we I guess I turn around to Griffin.
Yes.
I turn around to Leclerc.
Yes.
And I say, Natalie,
Hmm?
would you mind taking over the reins?
She starts umming and ahhing, like, I don't know.
I've seen you drive this, and I know that you can. Ride, I mean, not drive.
Sure.
She's blushing.
Aw.
What the hell is wrong with you? Anyway, when Leclerc does that, and we're above, like, the shoulder, I'm gonna jump off and land on the
Colossus.
Colossus. Oh, that wasn't the word I was looking for.
But
but
creature?
sure. Creature, thank you.
Good
A
justice.
creature's shoulder. And I'm gonna try to manually grab the spear thing and drag it out.
Well, your maneuver is to bring the griffin up
Yes.
and then jump off. That
Yes.
is your turn,
Yes.
basically, because when you jump off, you're going to have to roll to make sure you don't roll off
Yeah,
by
that's
accident and fall to your death.
Can I, like, I have my rope ready so I can tie it up to something if it has some kind of stones and things that kind of,
Well, there are a few
Turns
cracks
out,
you can
yeah.
roll, but you don't know how stable they are.
No, I don't, but I have my rope available so I can do that if.
Have you
I
guys
need
seen
to.
Boondock Saints lately? Because
No.
there's a whole lot of, like, feckin' rope. What?
Speaking of rope, aren't there still ropes hanging down from the wall?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are you thinking that Lazarus Ma, a pencil-pushing mage, is going to do
Rappelate?
parkour or crap? I would just love to see that, you know. Bare
Is there
white.
any of them that is close to the Colossus's arm or whatever?
You could find one easily enough. We'll get to you though. We're not finished with Adelina's turn yet. So you draw the reins back, bringing the griffin straight up.
Yeah.
Without another word, you hand the reins to Leclerc, who starts bum shuffling to the front of the saddle while you jump. Would you mind rolling for acrobatics, please?
Yes.
Adelina be like, hold my griffin.
16.
16. Nice. You managed to actually hit the shoulder, roll on the rocky surface, and not fall off the edge.
Yes.
You are now standing in front of the spear.
Yes.
Um,
Like this. Pause, because there's somebody else's turn.
time is a bitch, right?
Yeah.
Leclerc, meanwhile, brings the griffin around in front of the dam. Yeah, she does notice you actually on the side. She's like, "What is it with that mage and all the waving? Holy shit, he's not thinking. No." Gaffy.
Yeah.
I have a held turn.
I know. Oh, do you want to use it now?
No, she's not close enough, is she?
Yes.
Leclerc
Yes.
on the griffin.
It's going to be a risk.
Everyone's been taking risks. It's about time he does.
You're going to be the MVP. Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump.
This would be freaking hilarious.
Jump,
He jumps.
jump.
His
Can I
mage
use
robes
just-
go.
So
Can I
that's
just use willpower for this? Because that's what it's gonna take to make him jump.
In addition, yeah, sure.
so
I'm sorry, but just because you want to do it doesn't mean you're going to actually
No.
succeed.
Well, it's a double.
Maximum effort.
That's a 16 on
Yep.
the willpower.
Yep.
So.
Alright, so you
yeah.
actually will yourself into jumping off a perfectly good dam.
Okay, lads, you can do this.
What do I roll? What do I roll? Is it Dex?
It's Dex.
Oh shit. Maybe it's 12.
You added the focus for acrobatics, right?
I don't have.
You mean
A
your
focus.
mage doesn't know how to do, like, cartwheels and shit?
You just
Nope.
you just said
I
he's
have
a pencil
one.
pusher.
I have one.
It's
in
been
Dex.
correct. I say a lot of shit, which isn't true.
But this one was.
Well, you're thinking
Look,
of Taco
Lazarus
the
is
mage.
a slightly overweight, kind of pudgy dude who doesn't do a lot of physical activity. Okay.
Guess what?
What?
You missed.
Shit.
We'll see what happens in a minute, because it's a long way down. Lazarus goes, alright, you can do this, man. He jumps off, and then...
Oh shit! And then he realizes, I have to go now.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since Lazarus is wearing robes, is he wearing underpants?
That's a
I
good
mean,
question.
He's
Let's,
wearing trousers.
Okay, cool.
It's good.
naked underneath.
Yeah.
That would be...
Commando.
Well, he could just hold his robes like a circle skirt and just float down. to the
Maybe
bottom.
if you use
Oh,
it
can
as
I-
a
no, like-
parachute.
Suddenly Lazarus becomes the first
Windbreaker.
human flying squirrel.
It'd be more like
When I've seen Lazarus fly.
Right. So while Lazarus falls, Gaffy does what?
Yeah,
It's a good
Gaffy
thing
is
I
still
didn't call him
looking at the
Icarus.
knuckle. Knuckle. You are ready with your burning silverite double-handed sword to cause some serious pain on this motherfucker.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm just going to be obvious about it and hack the finger.
Oh.
Can I signal the... Can the griffin move enough to try to hack something too? Or...
No, it can try to free itself. It already tried and failed.
Ooh, it's a good roll, yes. So there's a 15 on the die, and plus magic is 22 with heavy blades.
She
So
gets so Scandinavian when she's mad.
25
Yes.
to hit.
25 to hit. Yeah.
No doubles,
No double. No.
sadly. So
Sadly.
how much extra damage do I get?
Well, its defense is 8, so that would mean it's actually minus. Your damage is now plus 8 because of overcome, including your strength, including your dice roll, including the weapons, natural pluses to it.
So what you
You
said?
did remember the Silverite gives you an extra +2 to hit, right?
Mm.
Yes. Good. What's your roll? Damage wise?
And that's 11
Makes the
plus 10, 21, and then plus 2 penetrating,
and plus 8 because of the thing.
and plus 8. 32?
32 plus 2 penetrating. That sounds about right.
Ish, yeah.
Ish. No enough. Okay. So that's 22 on the thing there.
Rick?
Yep.
I just asked in the chat, anyone want to use a fate point for Lazarus? And both Lutragem and Amongst Foxes and Wolves said, me! Well, Lutragem said, yeah, take one of mine.
Yeah, she was first.
She was first.
Lutra.
Lutra.
Well, she's got them to spare.
Mm.
So yeah.
True.
Alright, then maybe she can ask how Lazarus is going to get out of this one.
Let's do this turn first.
Yeah.
Give him a chance to come up
Yeah.
with some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is opens the chat. Meanwhile, yep, cool. Are you gonna? Do you follow? Did you cast haste? No, it wasn't you, was it?
Me.
It was you cast haste. Yeah, I remember last time she cast haste on you, and you were like, zoom, 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 zoom. Never letting that happen again. No.
How can you prevent it though?
Lazarus is about to die. So.
There's that.
Working on it.
Well, at least he's off the dam.
That's cool though. No, your sword actually burned through a lot of the knuckle. Ice burn. Cool. Getting rope burn. It actually managed to cut a good portion of the meat off the knuckle itself. Although it doesn't seem to respond to the pain, you can actually see that you're carving your way through the finger. That's the main thing holding this the griffin in place. With the obvious help, you could actually manage it this time. Speaking of which, did you want to do anything for your minor action? Can you do anything for your minor action?
Not sure. I could have used aim, so +1 to hit, but doesn't really matter.
It doesn't make much of a difference at this
No.
point. Alright, so.
No, I'm not sure what I can do.
Cool. Yavia,
Yeah.
the kids actually hacked a good portion of this knuckle off. You reckon you could fully finish it off?
With my tiny dagger. Yeah. No, I'll try.
It's more or less stabbing. It's more like a.
Mm-hmm. Like a.
Zoing?
Yeah.
That's so gross. So gross. So
Yeah.
gross. So gross.
Ew.
Hopefully it should
Alright.
make a hole big enough for the griffin to squeeze through.
11, 14, plus dex. That's it. So 16, 17, 20 to hit.
Nice. Right, roll damage.
So that is 1d6 plus 1 plus 2. That's 2, 3, 5 damage, and 2 are penetrating. It's just a dagger, so.
Never underestimate a dagger. It's always about where you stick it.
Mm-hmm. Although, I have lots of rogue things, but I don't know what they do. Like lethality means that I can hit a sore spot and do more damage or whatever.
That's only range.
Yeah, no, I think
I never
yeah,
understood
maybe.
that. Why is it? What's lethality got to do with range?
Dirty fighting though can work. But that's not going to work on this because that would just stun minor foes or regular foes. So there's not really that much you can do.
Doesn't care to see that grenades would be perfect.
I'm hard to pin down though, but I don't have grenades. I don't think so. It's not going to help.
That's it pinned down. I constantly keep myself covered in bathing oil so that I could just like slip out of anything.
I'm just small.
Small, super small, super small and mobile.
Just gonna see if I have.
However, you managed to get the actual, the final little bit that keeps this entire finger joint from being from falling off.
Yay.
There is a disgusting slurp sound as the weight of the finger does the rest of the work for you. It can't actually hold itself on. And this entire stone and flesh middle finger detaches and slides off with a scraping noise. The exposed socket that you've just opened up is almost beating with pulsating faux blood coming out. However, you notice that the pressure on the griffin is lessened.
Can I use like a minor action just to like, I don't know, kick one of the fingers or something just to try to force it to let go some more?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just try to do that.
Okay. I'll give it a reroll then. Awesome. The griffin manages to wheel its way out of the grasp and just gets ready to drop.
Yeah.
So it's basically holding its action for you guys to get on.
Are we on?
Technically, yes. Although
Well,
it's a bit
I
of a
jumped
mess.
off, so I'm
It's just
not
got
on,
itself
but
out.
you're on.
So do you want to leave without her? Didn't
No,
think so.
I'll just say, just go. I'm fine. Pick me up, take a lap, pick me up, whatever. Go.
Whatever. I don't care.
Well, you have the rope tied to the saddle you can hold on to.
Sure. If I have time, I can grab onto the rope.
That would be amazing. You're flying around the griffin and you got this dwarf hanging. Off
Yeah,
this
sure.
thing.
I was thinking about it. It's just that I've used my minor action to help free the griffin, so I don't really have any more actions
No,
this turn.
not this turn, no.
So I didn't want to be unfair about it. But if she just gets, the griffin going, I can jump and grab the rope, or she can come back and take a pass, and I can get on the griffin. Like, don't keep the griffin close to the hand on my account.
Groovy.
Okay, I'll
yeah,
spur the
Your
griffin
griffin
on.
is free. It's lost half, just about over 1/3 of its health points. It's pretty bruised and beaten. It's snorting a lot from the exertion, but it's still going. Lazarus, you're up.
Yeah, Lutragem just said, is there any chance of him managing to get caught or catch on one of the ropes that the peasants were being suspended on?
Not so much, no.
Winds of fate. Come and blow him either direction so he can grab onto
If
something.
you take too long.
To
then-
be fair, like I said, he's quite chubby, and sometimes when people my size, for example, try to jump, we're like, oh, this is going to be really far, and you're like, and it's like, oh, that's
Straight down.
1 foot, and you kind of overestimate how far you can get.
Oh, we're talking about Lazarus,
So,
aren't we?
yeah.
Yeah, I think he could actually catch one of these suspended
Or,
frames.
his robes could get caught in it.
Yeah.
Like a
all right, okay.
What are the chances that one of the ropes actually has a platform? Like the window?
Like
Yeah.
painters do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just
Alright,
kind
alright,
of
alright.
face plants into one of those.
So you take 8 damage,
Okay.
and this is because as you're descending, a freak gust of wind.
How does that work with defense?
It automatically causes damage.
Okay.
You just deduct any armor you have.
Okay, so 3. So how much?
That'll be 5 damage.
5 damage.
You land heavily onto one of these scaffolding frames that's dangling from the side of the dam. Sorry, Lutragem. I actually thought you were talking about the giant statue thing. The wind is knocked out of you, and you're fairly certain you've loosed a few teeth. Oh, and probably broken a rib, or bruised a few ribs. Although you could have died. Right below you, there is no water. It's just rocks.
Hey, I didn't die.
If Jarviel had
that
been
was
there.
my tooth. Ugh.
Ooh,
If Jarvis had been there, she would have said, that's why you tie yourself off to a rope, right?
There's like a chibi head in the corner. So what would you like to do for your turn?
How close am I to the Colossus now?
You're actually a lot closer.
How much closer?
20 yards. It's moved closer since you last saw it, and you are closer.
Okay. Oh, well then.
Having a creature as big as this Colossus moving around so much is actually affecting the airflow in the area. So the little wooden box that you're in, you landed in, is like moving
Swaying.
a lot. Yeah.
So you're gonna get motion sickness.
Yeah, I think theme park ride, only not the one you paid for.
Yeah. But I mean, if you land on this thing, wouldn't it make sense if you were prone for the rest of the round, though?
I mean, that is true.
Not to be mean to
start-
Lazarus,
You
but
start prone, you can pull yourself up, but that's your mana action basically.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Wait, is Adelina standing on top of it?
Yes.
Not on it? Not gonna cast
It's only
that
Adelina. She could survive like a blight.
Yeah, but not being crushed by a giant colossus.
Maybe. Let's find out.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually just use this opportunity to heal.
Yep.
So I'm gonna cast
You
heal
roll
on
on
myself.
up. I'm going to continue.
Yeah.
It's noticed you're on its shoulder.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to be happy.
No, it might not before. It though.
It should be.
What's its initiative?
It's going next.
Okay, yeah.
One moment, I'm just gonna roll
healing.
for healing.
What's your defense again? I've got it here actually.
14. I'm not using my shield, but I have it with me, I guess. No,
It's
I
on
don't.
your back, maybe.
No, I don't have a shield. Actually, I don't.
God damn it. Does anyone want to give me a fate point?
No.
Please?
No.
Pretty please?
No.
I will owe you.
A fate point?
I'll make sure Keth lives.
No.
Oh.
You
But you
wouldn't.
can't do that now.
You can't do that now.
It's
you
too
said.
late for
You've
this.
told you have told them they can't use faith points
Ugh.
for Keth,
Yeah.
so you can't go. You can't do
Yeah.
that.
You
It's
painted
breaking
yourself.
the contract.
Yep.
Yes.
You painted yourself into a corner.
I didn't paint myself into a corner. I nuked the floor.
There is no floor.
There is no floor. The floor is lava. So basically, the hand that came up was the right hand. And because it's missing a finger, it comes down on you like it just the entire area gets blocked out by the sun, and then boom, you think you've had it.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're not only standing right in front of this mucus-ridden, clotted finger socket, but also looking at the rather bewildered face of Javia, who's on top of it like this.
But so the hand slammed down
Yep.
next to her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like I'm standing.
Because
This
it's
is me,
it's his
yeah.
left shoulder.
We're probably face to face,
Yeah.
like this far, close to each other, like, hi! Is this death?
Actually, as the hand comes down, the artery for the finger erupts, spraying you with this corrosive nastiness. It doesn't cause any damage, but again, shower time.
Stinks, don't it?
That's because I rolled 3 ones. I really wanted to kill someone today.
For the record, Luther Jim said a big no. To give
You
me a
still
fate
have
point.
time though
Yeah, you do. Lots of time.
for a break.
What, you need a break?
I'm just asking when we're having a break.
right.
We've almost been on for about an hour and a half ish. So
Ish.
yeah. Shall we take a quick break
Now.
In the
I
middle
mean,
of the battle?
I mean, we can finish the
Yeah.
turn
Alright.
before we take.
That's the
break.
finish. That's the end of the turn. We're gonna go straight back to Adeline
Okay.
in a
Cool.
minute.
What?
That
Let's do that.
depends.
I am the beginner.
Let's do one more round.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's do one more
I think
round.
so too. This
Yeah.
isn't a good place to end.
No.
Like
No,
take
no.
a break.
Because we like our fans and they might hate us forever if we do this.
Yeah.
Do what?
But stop when it gets interesting.
Stop in the middle of
yeah.
a battle. Yeah.
In the middle
Yeah.
of you fuck you all. Go to hell. Die in the fade. So yeah, Adeline, it's your turn.
Yeah, now I have to think because my brain just got poof off my shoulders.
What about your head case? I mean, your brain got knocked out of your head.
Yeah, because we started talking about other stuff.
Well, now we're
She-
talking
you
about
knocked out of the
Adeline
Yes.
standing in between two gigantic fingers,
Yeah.
covered in blood.
Yeah.
Well, horrible blood, and even
But
worse.
is it covering the piece of where the shard is, or the?
No, you had to clamber over to get to it.
Okay.
If you're quick enough.
All right. So Adina and Jarvia locks eyes.
Yeah.
Shocked.
Yeah. And she says, "Hi."
You know that spear?
Uh-huh.
We need to get it out.
Okay.
Now. It's there, and I point at it.
She just kind of looks over her shoulder and like, I see it.
And can
You're
I?
like gonna
Can
go
I?
like,
Can I? Hand my piece of the rope to Jarvia so she can hold it, or maybe tie it around the hand, or I don't know, just hold the piece of the rope.
Tied around.
Is it attached to
Okay.
something?
No.
Or it's just a piece of
It's
rope.
a piece of rope,
Okay.
so I can
Hey,
climb
rope.
down because I'm imagining that the shard is like here.
Yeah.
So I'm just like holding.
It's actually here.
okay.
Like in the crook of the neck.
Then
so
I'm just
it's-
gonna go
it's
up
fine.
and grab it.
As much as I'd like to suddenly put it down there to make it harder for you, I can't. It's the rules.
But if it's not, then I'm not giving her the end of the rope. Then I would just
Fuck you and rope.
going over there and
Would
drag
you-
it out.
Okay, hold on. You role playing. This is what Adeline would do.
No, she's running.
That's feral. Your feral is showing.
She's running to get it out.
Okay,
I'm just
cool.
pointing out that
So
it's too
roll first of
easy.
all athletics. Sorry,
Yeah.
acrobatics. Acrobatics.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
When it's involving good muscles in the gluteus maximus, it's acrobatics.
Can I help her climb on top of the hand?
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll just like grab your hand,
Oh
or
no,
you know.
no, I'm not on the hand.
Okay.
I'm just going over here.
Yeah, but aren't you between the fingers?
She's climbing over the
Oh.
fingers.
Well, it does that. So you would be trapped in between the fingers.
No.
Then I'm.
Not trapped.
There.
She's gonna climb
Stop.
over it.
Yeah, but she would still have to climb over
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I
Wait.
can help you up if
Okay.
you need it.
Sure. Now I forgot
That's your
what I
minor
got.
action.
I think it was 14.
Oh my god. Yeah, you actually managed to climb over something which
With
is
a
the
double.
height of me, with a double as well. Yeah, you do it with a plum.
Okay.
She doesn't even need your stinking help.
Well, I take her hand, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
It's going to cost you. Alright, so you get over the finger, and your major action now will bring you within, you are literally within grabbing distance of the spear. It's radiating a odd warmth, as if its heat is coming from it.
I'm wearing gloves.
Oh well, shit, yeah. Are they lead gloves?
Of course, it's armor.
Lead armor sucks,
It's
by the
heavy
way.
plate armor.
Yeah, but put it there. It's
not-
steel, then.
Yeah.
It'll be steel.
I'm sure it's not covered in steel. I mean, should be leather gloves underneath something.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's-
Anyway, I take the shit out if I can.
strength.
Right, roll a might test. Strength might.
Strength might.
It might
Alright.
work.
Strength. Make it.
6, 10, 12, 18, 20.
Alright,
Just
guys.
proof. I've seen it in my own ass.
I want to die.
he just needs a
For the
break.
podcast.
You yank the spear out.
Yes.
You grab it with two hands,
Yes.
put your feet onto the neck itself, and heave so hard you think you're actually going to pull your shoulder sockets out.
Yes.
You're desperate.
Yes.
And the spear tears out of the neck. Pulling with it, you see tendrils of almost like muscular, like pulsating tendrils that just tear away from the spearhead, going from living flesh to crystal to steel as it goes back into the weapon. And as you pull these prongs, these different strings away, The statue shudders and jolts to one side. Acrobatics. You, and you two are fine. You're prone.
10, 11.
I want someone to fall to their death today, please.
17.
Flapping like a chicken.
Working on it.
Yeah,
then
you failed.
Somebody spent a fate point. Please lock that down.
17.
21.
I'm gonna start spot checking your fucking dice.
What can do? She rolled very good. It's
God damn it.
15 on the die.
Alone.
Cool. Now, nobody falls to their death. Boo-hoo.
Except the
Here's-
Colossus.
What?
Except the Colossus.
Yeah.
Here's one more photo cap for you. Right. Son of a bitch. By the way, you're holding the spear. Yeah.
I know.
You instantly feel sick.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my willpower
More.
Come on, tell the story. Come on.
Water.
Well, Tony wants a break. I'm just trying to.
Roll a. Please roll a willpower check, motherfucker. Self-control.
Self-discipline.
Yes.
Oh shit!
That's not a good roll.
That is not a good roll.
9.
Oh no.
Now you're gonna fight me.
You realize that you need to break the weapon. Although you can't bring yourself to do it, you feel sapped of energy, and you take 15 penetrating damage.
You need to break it.
You scream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Adelina actually drops to her knees.
Yeah.
Just being close to this thing, this artifact,
Mhm.
is killing her.
Okay. Well.
I believe actually that's going to be Leclerc is here. Yep. As you're lying on this little scaffold, Leclerc appears like flap, flap, flap. Just like suddenly appears in front of you with this rather literally not amused at all. This griffin hates its job right now. Just appears in front of you. Hey, need a lift?
That would be great.
She reaches her hand out. Ready for you to take. Next is Gaffy, best boy.
Yes. I'm going to heal my griffin.
You feed it a scuba snack.
I just put my hands on it and heal it.
You will when you get to 11.
Oh, I thought Leclerc was last.
No.
There's still me
It's
and
my
Jarvia
bad.
left.
Yeah. Deal with it. You're the mage. You're last.
So, yeah.
Just like Valith.
Yep.
Pat, pat.
I don't know what that means.
No,
I,
me
don't-
neither.
I see a 1.
I have 3 ones.
Oh, that means that
No,
means...
no, I have to hit the target number.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you don't hit the
yes,
target
I
number...
know.
Oh.
But my magic is 7, and the target number is 10, and 7 plus 3 is 10.
Holy maker!
So it's fine. I can't lose. I can't lose. I'm a god.
So close to a magical mishap! So close!
I am a god. You cannot touch
I
me.
just want to get a screen. I want to get a screen cap of you doing like that, going.
I'm a
And then
god!
like superimpose it on a T-shirt with like, I can't fail. I god.
There we go. There we go. There.
Hashtag Gaffy God.
So we have a screen capture.
Yeah.
There.
All right. I need to pee, so let's do this.
All right. Okay. So I spent. I mean, I got a triple, so I can do. I had 2 on
What's
them.
the point?
No, 2. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And
Sorry,
what
plus-
is
plus-
the
yeah.
what is the thing? Is it here?
Big thing.
Cut this up on the podcast. Spell stints.
Points on casting.
But you could empower
I
spell.
don't need to increase spell
Oh,
power.
okay.
but what I can do is reduce mana cost, or if the spell does damage, then it doesn't do damage. So skillful. I do skillful casting, so it costs 1 mana point less.
Oh yeah, yawn.
That's like what I can do. So.
Yeah, yeah.
But now I'm going to heal.
Cast that.
Let her finish.
Yes. Okay.
It's a rule for life, that guys.
This
You know what I'm
is.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's only the die, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
12 to the griffin.
Cool.
Cool. Okay. So I just heard Adelina scream, "You have to break it," and watch her drop to her knees, and I'm like, "Shit."
She's
Okay.
probably like clutching it because she wants it, but she knows it's bad. But she can't handle herself.
Wait.
She wants it for herself. The process. Well, that's the process.
All right. So Jarvia is going to scuttle over to Adelina. Yep. With her dagger in hand.
Yep.
And she's going to look at Adelina and say, "I know you don't like me, but this is for your own good." And then she's going to attempt to, like, just break the spear in two with the help of the pommel of her dagger or the blade, whichever would be more effective.
It's going to be a willpower check, please.
Yes. I am a dwarf.
You get +1 to such checks, I believe.
I think it might be more magic
Actually, no,
resistance.
you're a surface dwarf. You're not a.
No, I came from Orzammar. I grew up in
How long
Orzammar.
have you been on the surface then?
Since
This is in the background.
yeah, it's in the background. She grew up in Orzammar and she took over her dad's
Fine.
smuggling business when
fine.
he ended up in the Legion of the Dead.
Fine, but let it be known, if a dwarf spends too long on the surface, they lose their dwarfiness.
Yeah, but I still get to go to Orzammar because I smuggle for the Cardo.
And also,
Alright,
she kind
fine.
of lives in the sewers of Ostwick anyways. Kind
That
of
is
like
true.
Yeah.
That is true, because if she spends too long outside, she might fall into the sky.
But let's just check if it's +1 or +2. It's on page 19 of the Dragon Age.
God, not enough space on my
Don't
app.
pull
God
something.
damn it! Don't pull something!
While we're checking rules, Luther Gem says, I think we
19.
need a Sam Riegel thing with a player just showing up with a T featuring another person.
Yeah.
And I've replied, I volunteer as tribute.
I have a
Okay.
few ideas, not Gaff.
Let's see.
Doing the Rory face masks for everyone. Oh, by the way,
Dwarf Duster. Yeah, I get a +2 on ability tests to resist the effects of spells and other magical attacks.
this counts. So you're pulling a hobbit on this one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Frodo.
So that was a willpower?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Self-discipline,
Yep.
morale. Okay. What did I say? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. That and a double.
Does anybody want to give her a fate point?
15 doesn't make it. I rolled really badly. I rolled like 2 2s and a 5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll just have
Did
to
you
wait and
add
see.
the +2?
Yes, I did. My willpower is 2. I have +2 in self-discipline.
While waiting on that one, should we say that Lazarus jumps on the griffin?
Yes.
Cool.
Is this pause mode then?
Not yet. Basically, is before we find out whether she gets on the go with it, Lazarus takes Natalia Leclerc's hand, jumps on the griffin. This is the coolest thing that's ever happened. You are literally riding history. And it stinks of horseshit. I mean, you're on the griffin.
It's not as sexy as you thought it would be.
No, being on Leclerc is like being a statistic. What?
It should smell like, bird poop rather than horse
That's
poop.
true, actually. Yeah, it smells of guano.
Or cat poop, because lion
That's
body.
true. It would be good. Why are we getting into this discussion? Please, fate
And
point. Let's say you get a fate point, and if no one pays for it, then everyone dies. All right, reroll.
Oh, Amongst Foxes and Wolves says, I'll sacrifice my fate point for Jarvia.
Aw, thank
But
you.
was that the last one though?
I don't
I
know.
think it might have been.
Might have been. Aw, thank you. Okay, let's
That's a noble cause.
Do it again.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Watching you.
Ooh, it got better.
Oh, yes.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, yeah.
Just enough.
21.
What? That's
That's a high roll. Oh my gosh. Okay.
JJ for turning.
So you've just destroyed a staff.
Can
Sorry,
you
a
do this
spear.
now?
No.
You've just destroyed a spear. How do you want to do that?
Okay. No, yeah, so, because she's, as I said, I took my dagger in my last move and just kind of just drove it through the middle because Adelina is holding it. So I break it in half between her hands, and then I grab the ends and just, toss him to the ground, like, over my shoulders, down behind me, into oblivion. Goodbye!
And that's fuck
So
you to these.
it's like a table flip.
Yes, basically.
The frosty dagger
Yeah,
actually does help as you
yeah.
press it up against the staff. You see the icy effect of Gaffy's magic starting to impregnate the actual wooden haft, making it splintered and vulnerable. Realizing what's going on, you bring the dagger up and with a probably an unheard battle cry, shatter the haft in two. You notice in the middle of the haft there was some sort of tendon or life link between the whole thing, and you could have sworn you heard the staff scream in a woman's voice. Unfamiliar to you. There is a what? Yes.
Would Adelina know who it is?
I don't know. Have you ever met? Did you ever meet the first red bitch?
No, but the second one, yes.
Yes. Well, it wasn't her.
Okay.
But when the staff gets broken, there is a fishy, a blinding white flash, and you find yourself standing in a darkened space. No walls, no windows, and in the middle of this space, there is a man lying down on a bed of some sort. He's quite young, not unhandsome. You don't recognise him. He's lying there with some small injuries, and he's wearing the outfit of a Templar initiate. And some of the other items nearby are furniture that we better belong in some sort of, I don't know, a library or a mage circle. And this man is waiting patiently for someone, just looking down at his bandaged fingers. And he looks up at you as you're walking in.
She kind of just tilts her head and, like, looks at him like, what's this place and who are you?
He doesn't seem to understand the words you're saying. And this young man who's looking at you sad says, all I ever wanted was just to repeat this moment. Just to watch her come back, you know? Just to see her eyes as she bandaged my hands. That's all I ever wanted. He starts crying a little. Just nothing blubbering, just tears on his face. And then, after blinking a few times, he looks back up at you and says, I really messed this up, didn't I? You realise that everything in front of you is sand, and it's slowly starting to just blow away in a wind you can't feel with your fingers. Tell them I'm sorry.
Tell who you're sorry.
He doesn't seem to hear you.
Damn it.
Valeth, the rest of them, they're on Brandal's End.
Alright. Good to know.
As his face disappears, he just whispers, good luck.
I know who it is.
Well, yeah, so do I, but Jarvia doesn't.
It's the hardest non-metagaming ever done to man.
This was the best
respect for Valor! That moment literally took a second of your life, and you're there again just throwing the spears away, the spear components. Break time?
Yeah, break time.
Okay.
Toilet!
Also, among Foxes and Wolves said, honestly, anything for these misfits. She's so sweet.
Misfits, Nerdwells, you really should come to one of the cons at some point. You want to see Misfits, you want to meet the Cirque du Soleil.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Brian!
I'm gonna put on the kettle.
Yes, do that.
Tea time!
I'm also going to use the bathroom.
Oh god, I wish we could talk about stuff we're doing later this year.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet though.
No, we're not allowed.
Not allowed.
No, we're going to have some announcements at some point soon. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Also, we go great stuff.
You and Ole.
Yeah, but I got class. So.
Sure you do.
You like to think you do.
Class.
Yeah, that's true. I
We
haven't
have
heard anything from them all day.
I was like, are they here
They've
at
been
all?
sleeping in the bedroom.
Aw.
You know, we have a cat at the place that I'm working at now.
Yeah.
The sick home thing.
Yeah.
There's a cat living there in the
Aw,
hospital wing.
keeps
Is
the
it meant to be?
inmates.
Yes.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
Oh, floof. I can't wait to get my own kitty.
I've got to say the best bosses though are the ones with puzzles instead of hit points.
Hmm.
Still getting used to that myself because there's nothing more dull than counting points down, you know? Computer games do actually have a lot of good stuff to be inspired by for that. If your players don't bamboozle you into killing it, you gotta reward kind of cool ideas. Although trying to clothesline a gigantic Titanic statue with a piece of hemp rope, not the best one. But
It
points-
could have worked.
Who
It
knows?
could never, ever have worked. But
Natural
points for
triple
trying.
six, it would have worked.
You don't know that.
Or if it was a chain, perhaps.
If we had a chain and a lot more power to drag it down, like I honestly, I think we would have killed those griffins. Like for real, like we would have
Yeah.
destroyed like their bodies or something.
Did you notice, by the way, that Reed's got his own subclass?
How can I notice that he has his own subclass?
I don't know. You might follow the rules.
No, I don't remember any rules. I hardly remember the ones that I have to follow.
It's true. She was useless at Fateful. We all learned about it.
Well, rule number 1 is not talk about Fight Club, so
Yeah.
you failed, not me.
I was referring to your failing, not my own.
But we're still talking about
Right.
You want to fight?
You? No. I've heard the rumors. You combine what was it? She combines tickling with punches to the balls. So it's like tickle, 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 ball snap.
Oh, I just punch people in the face.
It's so boring though. It's so cliche.
I did that in my sleep once. My ex woke up because I was talking in my sleep, and I punched him in the face.
Did he have it coming?
No.
Okay.
I
Was
just
he-
told him, security! We lack security!
She was dreaming.
You are your own security. Jesus Christ,
Right
though.
here.
Can you imagine someone trying to burgle you, and then he's like, what's she muttering about? I'm really curious, despite being some nefarious burglar type. Security! We need security! Smack, bow! Smack. And he was found there the next morning. Please feel free to try one.
What is it?
I
Some,
think it's chocolate.
Oh,
I just had to look at them.
with some
very cool
fills.
chocolates.
Mhm.
From
They're
where I
like
work.
works of art.
If you like, I actually made some. Not those, of course, they didn't pass.
I need to see what's in them.
This chair is going to fall apart.
I'm not sure which one is which.
Are you
one
that
is
heavy?
which.
You have to pull the thing
I think
in a
it
bit.
says
I need
what
to
they
get out
taste
it
on
some
the other
normal
side.
nails glue.
So
Actually,
this
have
is licorice, which you don't like, so you don't want that one.
You'll want the green one is lime sudachi and caramel.
Ew.
Mhm.
Yeah, baby.
And then this one is almond.
That's the basic bitch
And this
of
is
chocolate.
hazelnut. And then this would be
It's,
hazelnut and raspberry crunch. Is there any of these that you want?
Either that one or that one.
Yeah, just take one. Whichever.
I ate the middle one.
Yeah, the salted caramel.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm not allowed.
I'll just take the almond one with pralines.
It's break time.
Okay, I need to use the
I don't
toilet
like
first,
almonds.
but I'm gonna get some of my own nuts
Be my guest. Be my guest.
from
Do
the
whatever you
pack.
want. I don't know.
No, Cash, you can't use the toilet. It's for people.
That was perfect timing.
What's perfect timing?
Everyone needs the toilet.
Do you need the toilet?
Yeah. But go.
It's gonna be a drive-by.
Rick, do you have a cup?
Cup.
It's way over there.
I'll
Just
fetch
gonna-
it.
All right.
I will fetch it.
If your butt can fit.
Or I'll just use a new one.
So if anyone needs to use the bathroom at home or get something to drink or eat, whatever, just take your time. There's at least probably 5 to 10 minutes left of this break. Approximately.
You want some nuts?
Sure.
With no
Anyone else
nuts.
want tea?
And
No,
nuts.
thank you.
I would like some if you don't mind.
Tea, yes.
Yes.
really good at not snacking too much while playing. I feel like that's good.
Me too.
This is so huge.
It's like an apple.
Yeah.
It's almost the size of your hand.
Yeah, I bet this is the size of my heart.
Probably. Close.
I mean, pretty close. Because
A little bit smaller, maybe. I don't know.
no, how could you know? Maybe I have a small heart.
Well, then you would have been very unhealthy
Mm-hmm.
and probably dead by now.
Maybe it's
Because
a very strong heart.
No, because it wouldn't have room for the muscles. The muscles are thick.
But this is only
Right.
it's not too far off.
Ah. I mean, I'm whole it's like the whole thing though.
Not too far off.
Eh.
How do you take your tea again?
I like it with milk and one sweet tablet.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the sweetness?
Oh, right, of course. I thought I was sweet enough. Apparently not. Hold on.
I'm not gonna drink you.
Once you go Rick, you never go. Hey, you go.
Once you go Rick, you never get.
Dick.
Not my words. Not my words. Not my words.
Not mine either.
You know, the funny thing is, after feeling so down and like defeated, I looked at my trusty GM sheet here, and the section I looked at was dying. Motherfucker.
I need to find the Shia LaBeouf gif. Let's do it. Do it.
We should like get gifs going. Is I want to know. You know, somebody did actually do stats for Shia LaBeouf. The what is it? The cannibal. You know the whole thing like Shia LaBeouf the cannibal. Somebody did a big comedy sketch about, or a dance rather, about Shia LaBeouf as this serial killing cannibal. Oh, it's a lot of fun. But somebody actually statted him up in D&D. You can't stop him. You can't stop Shia LaBeouf.
No, you can't.
That guy was weird though. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's
Can
good.
our listeners hear me eat nuts?
Do you want them to?
No.
I'm not having ticks today, and that's good.
So in D&D there's a thing called dread. And I don't know if it's actually a formal thing, but the concept is you use Jenga blocks instead of hit points. So whenever you take so much damage, you pull a block out. And if the whole thing falls down, you die. So the idea is that the same stress you get when you're playing Jenga, you have as an RPG character.
Well, we are playing Jenga wrong though. We're supposed to put the things we take out on the top, so it makes it even more unstable. That's how you're supposed to do.
Well then, I guess I'll let you off the hook again.
But we could stack them on top of it.
We could.
Nah, it's way too sturdy, that thing. You need to pull out quite a few before it gets interesting.
Yeah, but the thing, when you stack them on top, you're not supposed to stack them in the normal way. You're supposed to stack them like that.
Twos and twos?
Yes.
I had a very neglected childhood.
think so.
I don't know, we just played with like
I don't remember.
broken glass and bodies.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I heard about the poverty where you come from.
Your tea?
We used to play. We used to play
In the sand.
game where we used to be like we pretended to be
Yes.
a country,
Thank
and you had to spit, and then you had to run to where you spit, and you had to throw a stick, and
That's okay.
some person had to
It's fine.
then. I don't remember how it was, but the whole thing ended with you hitting the other person with a stick, or trying to hit the other person with a stick, or spit at them.
Wow.
That's how we played.
Wow, that's Can you explain how you turned out the way you did?
No, it's a normal game. It's not for fun.
No, it's not.
It's not though.
Yeah. No, but the whole thing, like, you were supposed to take countries and you had to stand inside your circle.
Right.
And then you had to do some stuff. I don't remember the rules completely, but you had to run. And when the other person caught the stick, you had to stop running. The other person could spit one time, go to the spit, and then try to throw the stick at you. And if he managed to do that, hit you with the stick, he would take some parts of your country. It was a good game.
Did anyone ever get confused and then spit on someone?
Oh yeah, well, there's always the possibility of that happening, yes.
Like a blue on blue incident or a phlegm on phlegm. So.
I'm gonna try this green one. It looks disgusting.
Oh, it's nice. It's like a lemony lime sudachi with caramel.
Sounds weird.
It's my favourite.
It
Or
looks
it was,
beautiful though.
you know, back when I could eat.
That time. Back in the ages.
Yo!
Oh, it tastes kind of like a lemon meringue tart.
Figured you like it.
I don't like any of them, so feel free to just have them.
I'm curious.
Right, I've heard you're very curious. Yes.
And the last one is the blue and this.
Other side.
Hasselnøtt, praline og bringebærcrunch. Den høres ikke ut. Jeg liker ikke lakris og sjokolade.
Jeg liker ikke lakris.
Lakris liker jeg.
Oh, nice. That was perfect.
What?
Nothing.
Did you pull out a boob from your nose?
No.
A perfect boob.
The perfect boob?
A boob! And boob.
Booger.
Yeah, a booger.
Boog.
Boob.
You said I did not pull a boob from my nose.
No, B-U-B-B. Boob.
What the hell's a boob?
It's a booger!
No, I did not pull a booger.
You did
I've
like
never
this
heard
and you
that
said,
word.
oh,
No, me neither.
perfect.
I think
So
it's
that's why I
local
asked.
colloquialism.
Probably. I've never heard it used that way either.
How about you guys? But I'm having so much trouble working with Seneva right now. She's just.
I can go home if you want me to.
Don't you dare. Don't you
Okay,
dare
shall
go.
we,
Are we ready to start?
to start?
Yes.
I'm gonna just dip
Sorry,
this
This
in.
podcast.
I'm finished being traumatized.
It gets soggy really quick.
So, the staff is broken.
Spare.
Adeline, you feel suddenly so much better. Except for the fact now that you probably have to thank the dwarf.
Well, that's fine. I don't have anything against the dwarf.
She's just annoying sometimes.
I was going to say, but you had... Alright.
Adelina is not annoyed by anyone.
She was just impressed by my kick-ass rope trick in the last episode.
Yeah, it's just that she's not a soldier. She doesn't have
The discipline.
the discipline, yeah, so she's annoying.
I gotta ask, is there some sort of like competition to see how many times people can say rope?
No.
Because it's been like 23 times so far, I think.
Okay, if you make it to a competition, we could gladly make it.
No,
I think
don't
we should
continue that.
rename this episode into Ropefall.
Just falling.
Everything's coming up
Yeah.
rope.
But
Yep.
yeah, what are we doing?
Well, the as soon as the staff is broken, the statue, the gigantic colossus,
Is it falling?
starts to disintegrate. However, yeah, it starts falling towards the dam.
No.
Okay, this is what we do.
Don't do it. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare.
I give you the other side of the rope.
No!
And we kind of take it around the neck of the thing.
Yeah.
So you on that side, you
Yeah.
on this side, and we run and just pull it, jump the other way. So we
Yeah.
try
You're
to
gonna
kind
end up dangling.
shift.
It weighs around 80
Yeah.
tons. You're just gonna get whiplash.
But what we could do is if we do the thing with the rope around the neck, we can stand on the top of its neck and just ride it as it falls down towards the dam and just jump off as it hits.
But
Just
then
waiting
the dam will,
But it's disintegrating, so maybe it's, done disintegrating by the time it hits.
Just waiting for like when you land like
'Cause
that
I
and you tumble off.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, let's
okay,
do
well,
that.
Let's
You
do
do
that.
realise that Gimli's going to be there waiting for you, and he's going to be like, "It still counts as one."
Yes. and as we like stand there on the back of this falling colossus, Jarvia is going to say, "Gee, it would have been nice with a dragon right about now."
Just funny you should say that, actually.
Yeah,
You,
where's Kaida?
You actually managed to sufficiently accomplish certain tasks, which means that the following occurs: as the statue is falling towards the dam, the shadow of it goes over Reed, who stops chanting. He just looks up like, "Ah, shit." Suddenly, a gigantic piece of rope. No. Two dragons come leaping in between the gap where the statue's falling into it, and as one slam their rear haunches onto the dam, and then push. It's a very unnatural thing for a dragon to do, but they do it. Although it does put strain on the dam. Take it.
What, us?
What?
No, don't push it. Just take one.
Oh,
off.
right, okay. I'm not
You're
just...
not allowed to take the top
Oh,
one.
that's true.
Yeah, cheater.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
It'd be really awesome if you fucked up now. But no, I'm not that lucky. Alright. Between the two of them, they managed to not only stop the statue, but push it sideways. The head, which was looming over before, just moves sideways as bits of it fall off, and the meat underneath, all of the organs and all of the corrupt viscera that's corrupted the inside and turned that stone into lyrium flesh, starts to just ooze off and liquefy.
I look at Adelina and I say, we should get off.
Mm.
And then, can I just run down from where I'm standing and onto like a dragon claw and like just scramble up one of their legs?
Yeah, go for it. Roll
To
athletics.
safety.
Both of you.
I love that you're climbing onto a dragon for safety.
Yeah. Well, it's a friendly dragon, hopefully.
It turns out it's not Kaida.
Love it. What did you say I had to roll?
I didn't say.
Acrobatics, you said.
Oh, sorry, you implied it was a number. Yes, it's dexterity acrobatics.
Okay. 10, 11, 17.
20.
17, 20. Good God.
I have 6 automatically,
Rogue
not acrobatics.
Warrior.
There's a reason that Adeline is the champion of House Tyrellian. So,
Yeah.
My
both
black
of you,
dexterity is 6.
both of you managed to actually not only run along the arm, as the statue's falling, it's falling like this. Its arm's going up under its own momentum, and you're running along the arm just in time to jump off and then land almost on top of Reed.
Is he flat?
No,
Pretty
he's,
heavy.
when you land near him with your armor and everything, he suddenly goes, "Oh, by the Maker's breath!"
Can I land superhero style?
Yeah.
You know, with one hand.
Sure.
on
You need to roll Constitution for your knees.
No, but I'm landing like I'm landing on my
Legs.
feet,
Yeah.
but like
3-point
pushing
landing.
down.
Yeah, superhero landing. It's
Yeah.
on the knees.
One on the knee.
So we didn't have to scramble across the dragons to get into safety.
Nope.
The arm was close enough to
Yeah.
the dam. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So willpower. Do I have to do that?
No.
Okay.
I love how you make tests for yourselves.
No, but you told me to.
I don't remember that. Anyway, the gigantic colossus disintegrating falls to the left. The din is atrocious. You can't hear yourself thinking as all of the stone falls into the swampish area. It actually takes out the tower to your left. Dust blows up along the side of the dam, covering everyone in a cloud or a thin cloud of granite. You have like this really foul taste in the air as well. And as it settles, the 2 griffins that are still on the air may come back down.
Sure.
Both dragons have clambered up over the side, and suddenly they are Talia and Kaida again. Although Talia is nursing her arm, she's putting it in some sort of sling as she walks over to you, and you gather around Reed as you're just standing there. Reed's just standing, looking over at the horizon, probably not taking it in as well as she should.
Well, no, because he's got a blindfold on.
Yeah, I know. What?
I want to go over and hug Kaida and Talia.
Okay. Aw, Riri, you're watching.
No, she's not.
No.
Lazarus is going to follow him, and then once Gaffy's done hugging, he's going to help heal Kaido's arm.
Well, as we all
Talia.
know,
Oh, Talia.
Talia.
Talia's arm.
yeah, she was the one that got caught by the spear earlier on in the last game.
Yeah.
As we all know, hugging gives 1 hit point back.
Oh.
A
Trope
mental
it.
hit point.
Trope it, make it happen, okay? Healings work. Except you have to wait for a long rest before they work. Such a nerd. Cool. And they've done hugging, and what do you do then? You're going to use the heal?
Mhm.
The shoulders badly broken, but you managed to at least relieve the pain and get the regeneration process started a lot quicker. So, is it over? Did we win?
Yeah,
Looks so. Unless they have something else in.
it fell apart, so I think so.
We
Well, that's a
still
good
haven't-
thing.
We still haven't found Kath.
No, I don't know where he is. But I did see something when I, broke the spear thingy. A kid in a Templar uniform or something was sitting on a bed and his hands were bandaged, and he said something about fucking up and good luck, and apparently Valeth and Farrell and, your other friends is on a place called Brandal's End, Brandal's Reach,
Do I know what
like
that is?
somewhere.
No, did he say Brandal's Reach or Brandal's End?
And
I don't remember.
End. You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm actually asking in character.
Yeah.
It's Brandal's End.
Brandal's End.
For certain.
Yeah, pretty certain.
What on earth are they doing at Brandal's End?
Well, I don't know.
They were apparently kidnapped, so.
Yeah.
Well, that would make sense. The only thing in Brandal's End these days is slavers.
Huh.
Well, maybe something else is going on there that we don't know about.
We should
Hold on a
get there.
second. Reed goes over to his griffin and puts his hand on the front of its head. The 2 pinpricks of blue light erupt in its eyes, and then as one, they both turn around to look at you all. Ah, there we go. Yes, my word, I hadn't noticed until now. Sorry, griffin eyes don't tend to pick up on the details like this, but you've changed, Gaffy.
Yes.
You think for a second he's going to try and poke your ears. Just like this, going...
No.
Behind you, you hear Kaida growling.
But now, is it? How far is it to do Brandal's End? Do you know? Can you
Yes.
fly there?
Well, Murderline here can't. She's got a weak wing, but the other one probably could, although the only person that she'll accept for that long would be... She turns around. Natalie here.
Natalie.
Yes? So I am just making sure that I have nothing left in my stomach. I think I'm empty. Yes? Millie?
Do you know where Brandal's End is?
Of course.
Could you take me there? I want to go to Valve and Farrell as soon as possible.
Could the griffin carry 2?
For that long?
Maybe Kaida. Kaida? Could you follow the griffin?
Kaida looks at Talia. You know I'd do anything for you, but I can't leave my sister.
Can she follow, or do you have...
She can't transform again, not for a while.
Can she ride you too? Can she sit on you? Can you carry too?
Jervia goes over to you and, taps your hip, basically, because she can't really reach. And then she goes like, "Kid, I think you just gotta wait until they come back."
I'm not sure if I can.
Leclerc looks at the griffin. We can do the trip. We can take you, but I cannot promise that you'll survive.
The trip?
Yeah, it's a Battle's End. It'd be a lot quicker with the griffin. I'm not taking a boat. They stink.
But I'm not following. You don't think I would survive the ride?
Yeah, griffins, they tend to forget who they allow on the back and who not. For too long, they don't like your smell. They kick you off. Could be in the water. Could be over land.
That sounds like a really bad plan.
No, it's fine. After your first 2 or 3 times, you get used to it.
As long as it's not in a volcano.
Well, there aren't many volcanoes.
But again, Kath.
Yeah. Yeah, where's he? I mean, he's your friend too. Shouldn't we stay here and like help out finding him and the Inquisition and everything? I mean, your friends are
we
important.
saw
but...
someone get thrown off the dam. Could you fly me down there so I can check? Just to rule out if it was Kath.
Sure, up on.
Oh, Maker.
I hop on.
Yep.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
The Colossus crumbled. At the bottom
Yeah,
of the
he
dam.
could be buried in sand and lyrium for all we know.
That's not a cheery thought. Leclerc takes the griffin over the edge, and you make very short work of the journey downward. Meanwhile, a brief investigation actually reveals you find the site of where Keth's sword and shield are. And after that, there is quite a copious amount of blood. And it looks like there's a blood trickle leading to the edge. You also find something else. You find the upper section of a left arm.
By that you mean like...
By that I mean it was still holding onto the shield.
Oh, crap.
The good news is it seems to have been cauterized right through.
So not ripped.
Meanwhile, on the ground, you land tentatively as you can because the entire area is not only covered in the dust cloud you can barely make out, but the ground around is very sodden with swamp water. This whole area is essentially the off-spill of the water that makes it through the dam naturally. I don't know what we're looking for.
We're looking for a body. Can I try to pinpoint where I saw it dropped
Sure.
off?
Roll,
to?
what would be perception tracking?
Well, I don't have tracking. And my perception is shit, so it goes nothing.
It's Gaffy. He specialises in chopping things up.
Yeah.
That's about it.
13. That's 15.
15? Oh, Recon, you also find a broken lyrium amulet.
I pick it up.
Cool. Yeah, you find nothing. Nothing at all. Although, you do notice the stream goes down. It seems to be a slow-moving stream that leads all the way to the coast.
I mean, is it a big stream or?
No, it's quite a pleasant one, not like a river rapids or something. But then it goes through the entire valley, and then out of the valley, and then across the meadows, and it splits up into an estuary just before the coast area. It takes a few days to get there, by this measure, by the flow of the stream at least.
So if the body got carried away by the stream, it wouldn't get far.
By the time you saw that figure moving, it could have gotten quite far.
Really? Okay. Well,
You could try looking for it.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Gaffy's going to be gone for a bit. Meanwhile, you guys are back up on the dam. Reed is sitting by his griffin, which is now curled up around him, lying down. He's got his hand scratching behind the griffin's flank around the back of the head. He seems to be thinking a lot.
I can hear you thinking.
Sorry, am I making such a din?
Hey, don't look at me. I didn't hear nothing.
Can I go searching for things like in the house that she was lurking about on the outside? Can
Sure.
we go
Yeah.
and lurk
Yeah.
more now?
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I'll
Lurky,
join
lurky,
you.
lurky.
Yeah.
I'm up for some lurking.
Yes.
What else is there to do but loot, loot, loot?
Yes.
Not loot, lurk.
Lurky, looty. So further up the dam, there are several other bodies. Everyone from the workers that didn't get out okay. Although there are quite a few of those. There are not, rather, that many. There are some Red Templar soldiers who got crushed or killed. And at the end you find a horse-drawn carriage. The horses have gone. But inside you find crates full of weapons.
I just put my dice on the floor for
You
some
did.
reason.
Inside you find.
Inside you find crates full of swords, axes, spears. It's a general blacksmith's operation.
They weren't lying about, the supplies.
No.
I'm gonna just roll a search and just see if there's anything else I can find that we've missed.
I'm gonna search for my die.
Well, you find a tier 2 crossbow.
Hey Rick,
Yes,
I think my die is right there behind your
you
table.
won't need it.
No, we're probably at, the end game.
Already?
Maybe. We'll see.
Already, we've been playing for hours.
Not that many.
Oh my
That
god.
many.
Anyway,
Always
I
complaining.
find a tier 2. God
Wait.
damn it.
What?
Now
There's no
it's
words to say.
now it is lost forever.
Yes.
Could somebody just poke her on the side? No, I'm kidding.
No, poke you in the side.
I would never. Oh, it's really itchy.
But were we going to roll?
You weren't going to roll anything.
Oh, I thought you said roll something.
No. I found.
You found a crossbow, which is of much better quality than the one you have. This one, rather like there's about 3 or 4 of them, again in cases for transportation, filled with sawdust. You pull it out, and it seems to be made of some sort of more fancier wood. The actual furniture on the crossbow is made of not steel, but something that has a hint of red. Drakestone seems to be hammered into it.
Could be Viridium too. Anyway.
I'll get you the stats for that later, but that's a tier 2 weapon.
Yeah.
As are everything in this. That's the inspiration behind the trap that they set for Keth had a hint of truth behind it. You found enough weapons to equip all of you with tier 2 level weapons.
Cool.
The swords seem to be made of silverite and other materials as well.
That's cool.
There's also a small coffer's chest with a lot of silver coins worth a total of 17 gold.
I'm gonna also make sure to snag with me all of the notes that I peeked through the window last time, and any kind of scrap of evidence that we can use against the Red Templars or anyone if there's ever a reckoning or.
Do investigation.
Me too?
Yes.
Since I'm there.
Since you're there, since you have your dice.
What I wanted to do, so
Okay, that's not so good. but-
investigation.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Cunning, I think.
5,
Cunning.
10,
Oh, that's
12,
research, maybe.
13, 14.
That's communication.
Yeah.
Investigation. Then it's the research. Or no, should be search, perception,
It should be perception, yeah.
searching.
Perception.
Wait, one of them is searching for physical stuff. The other one is actually filtering through.
Yeah, then it's research.
Yeah.
Cunning
Yeah.
research.
Investigation, I think is.
No, that's more talking. Because it's
communication.
communication.
She's got a good point. It
That's
means something
true.
different in this as it does to
Yes.
D&D or even.
All right.
Vampire Masquerade.
So what did we? Which is it?
Cunning,
Cunning.
research.
Research. Okay. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah,
9,
15.
10. Yeah, 10.
10?
15.
You are having a hard time deciphering what these words mean.
Yeah.
Very shitty script. This actual shitty script is kind of like an accented Ostwick style writing you're more familiar with. what you find is some notes regarding an operation called Red Seed. The first phase of which is to ascertain, or rather acquire, a vast amount of water.
Right.
Hmm.
So we stopped that.
Phase 2 is to acquire a vast amount of red lyrium.
Okay.
And phase 3 hasn't yet to be revealed.
Does this mean that phase 1?
I think this was phase 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But does this mean that they haven't done phase 2, or does it mean that phase 2 is still under
Well,
wreckage?
I mean, considering we haven't found any big deposits of red lyrium, probably it would still be.
Could I use cultural lore or historical lore to know something about Brendel's End, or if there are a lot of amount of red lyrium there?
Red lyrium is a relatively new
Okay.
concept to
Yeah.
Thetis. Just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think they would have just started growing it there because it's a remote place, not because it.
There's also another note, something which you got brought up last time.
Yeah.
There's another note regarding an ongoing battle down a Roanweir, which is a Trevelyan estate. You're familiar with it. It's through the valley and to the west, just north of the city.
Is this where Lady Esme is?
Lady Esme Trevelyan is, yes. And apparently there are troops which are basically encircled. It's not so much a mansion as an old
Fortress?
it's an old Tevinton outpost. So it's pretty formidable, although it's not unbreachable.
So it's an ongoing battle there. Shit.
Yeah.
This is where Lady Esme is. I think I need to go.
Well, if you gotta go, you gotta go. It's your job, isn't it?
I couldn't do it alone. It wouldn't be possible. I'm just one person. I think if it's an ongoing battle, it's probably a lot of people. And
Just mention it to the kid. If he gets all fired up, he'll probably, volunteer to go with you. And you have, Inquisition forces around you, and she told you to work with the Inquisition. I'm sure you can finagle something.
maybe.
Depending on how the conversation with Reed is going, Lazarus would probably join these two. But it kind of depends on how long it is.
Well, what were you wanting to talk to him about?
Well, just he's sitting there looking like he's in deep thought about important things, so he's probably going to inquire.
Well, you did ask.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get to that in a minute, actually, because that's an important conversation.
Yeah. But it kind of.
It depends on what you're going to do next. Sure.
Yeah.
Reed seems reluctant to talk too much. Taps is he's essentially umming and ahhing about what to tell you and what not to tell you. So you know Cassian.
Yes.
How exactly?
Let's just say we've done some work together.
Right. So you're both resistance in Tevinter, basically.
Guess you could say that.
Starting to trust me yet? Yeah. I haven't seen Cassian for quite some time. We had a difference of opinion. But one thing led to another, and here I am. Miles from home, following a dream.
A dream?
A dream. I had a visit from an old friend. Oh, you wouldn't know her?
No, I didn't assume I would.
But when you get a visit from her, you pay attention. Usually at the head of all things prophetic. And yes, I am here with 2 griffins, which are really not expendable, I might add. trying my best to keep them away from the Grey Wardens. And, yeah. I can't seem to find who I'm looking for anywhere.
And who are you looking for?
It's hard to explain. It is a beast of two cultures. Neither oxen nor man. His name means death. What else was there? Born under matricide, I think was the other one. I don't know. I was told that someone here could lead me the right direction, but obviously I'm in the wrong place. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, have you actually told any of the others, anyone but me, this?
Oh no, of course not.
Well, then how can you expect them to lead you to this beast?
What was your name again?
Lazarus Ma.
Rest assured, I've never heard of you. Although I expected I wouldn't. I'll give that a go. But I figured I'd wait until everyone had done what they were doing.
What are they doing?
Well, they're they're looting, and the other one is desperately trying to find a friend. I believe poor Gaffy has lost far too many of those of late.
I can't reach him, but I'll go and see if I can help with anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, we're going to go back to you. Your flight with Leclerc. Leclerc is strangely quiet. None of the witty jokes or anything. She's just flying, eyes scoping the riversides as you're going along. You see that some of the villagers are returning to their own towns and hamlets, ships and such as you're going along. They start pointing up and some kids start waving, jumping up and down. They probably think the Grey Wardens are back. You don't see anything. It gets to a more of a forested area. Roll perception.
Do good. It's 14.
14. The river gets obscured by the forest lines, and you would probably have to get down, go on foot, follow the river for a few days down to the coast at this point. Leclerc puts her hand on your shoulder. I am sure he is fine, but we cannot help him and everyone else.
Yes, I get that. Let's head back for now.
Okay.
And we'll maybe ask someone to send a search party down the river. Yes.
Knowing Keth, he will end up rescuing them from some creature.
Yeah.
Man, it's Keth, for God's sake. He's too stupid to die.
I hope so. I wouldn't be able to face Valeth if anything happened to Kath.
You mean you would not be willing to face Valeth?
I wouldn't be able to look her in the eyes if I ever let anything to happen to Kath.
You act like it's your responsibility.
Well, kinda is when they are gone.
Ugh. No, I know the feeling. I hope you'd never get used to this feeling. It's terrible. Come on, let's go back.
Yeah.
They're probably wondering what happened to us.
Yes.
Meanwhile, the looters.
Yeah.
Hey. You alright in there? Find anything interesting?
I was trying to read some papers, but this handwriting is appalling.
Ooh. Can I have a look at that?
Well, yeah, Adelina's already read it, but you
Oh.
can look at it if you want to. Like, I don't really care.
Can I see
It
if I
just
find
says
any-
step 1,
Yeah.
water. Step 2, red lyrium. Step 3,
Profits!
question mark.
Yeah,
That's what it says.
We don't know what the third phase is, but this was supposed to be the first one, and we stopped it. But
Ugh. Someone needs that meme, you know, the one from Gru from Minions, where he's like step 1, step 2, step 3, question mark. That'd be great. They've trashed the room. Well, she's trashed the room. Adelina's more
Are there any papers
methodical.
anywhere?
Sure, everywhere.
I'll go back. Collect
Roll,
them.
roll for the research.
Looks like a double though.
Double.
It is a double. 14?
14. You pick up mostly what they've already found, which is some grand operation, which the lyre, spelled Lyre, not Liar, big difference. It's the musical instrument, has essentially been orchestrating some operation called Red Seed, which is very top secret. He's keeping his and still there's no indication of who this lyre person is.
Can I roll a cultural law
Sure.
for that?
With what purpose in mind?
To see if there's anything that I've heard on the docks and, you know, on
Sure.
the streets.
Yeah.
16.
Not so much anything relevant here. Although you heard Brandel's End before,
Yeah, well,
and you do know that some trade shipments from Brandel's End have been going to some lower than black market sites. You expected that slavery was being used again, and you get around to fighting against it, maybe pass it on to Cassian, you don't know. But this could have something to do with that.
So, hang on. He digs out his big book and basically just slams it on the table. Goes through, rifles through some pages. Ah, yes. Here we go. Shipments. So, Brandel's End. Or Reach, was it?
Brandel's End.
Brandel's End. There's been a lot of shipments going from Brandel's End. And let's just say that you got the black market, and then you got the dark markets.
Right. So are they worse?
Yeah.
Oh, it gets better. Under the records you have in the inventory for those particular shipments, somebody's been careful to write red grain seeds.
Oh, so this might be connected to step 2.
Ah, right. Well, you know what? I think we should take all of these papers and your little theory there, and I think we should take it to, top brass and tell them about it, and then maybe, they'll have a plan for what to do next.
I will draft up a letter immediately.
Well, I mean, we don't have to draft a letter. I mean, they're in camp.
They are?
Well, yeah. The entire Inquisition almost is back there.
Oh, yes. True, agents and all that.
Yeah. Or at least a branch that's close to Ostwick and, wherever.
Fair enough. I'm not really used to this whole Inquisition business
Oh, no, me
yet.
neither. But, like organizational things, I'm good at that.
But I still think we need to do something about the Trevelyan house.
Well,
If the Red
what about-
Templars has been sending people there.
Well, take it up with top brass again. Like, just, that's what we do in the Carta. If you have a problem, you talk to your leaders, then they find a solution, they tell you what to do, and then you do it. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's do that.
Speaking of top brass, not too long after this conversation, the Griffin returns with both Leclerc and a very dour-looking Gaffy on it. The Griffin lands, you both dismount, and the Griffin goes and curls up next to the other one. Reed looks at you both as you come back. Any sign?
No. I suspect that he was taken down along the river and we couldn't see anything, and we got to a forest covered area and, with no sign.
But no sign of nothing.
We found an arm. Or, well,
Show me.
parts of it.
Show me.
Yeah. Lazarus takes Gaffy to the
It's
Yeah.
It's pretty much severed here, below the elbow joints, right up to the hand. The hand's still gripping onto the shield.
I also found this. And he takes out a little velvet pouch and takes out.
I guess I
phylactery.
recognize it.
Yeah. It's the Lyrium charm that Valeth gave Geth.
Yeah, I take it like, oh no. Okay, this doesn't mean that he's dead.
No, it just
He's talking to himself, like looking outwards to where the river is, going. I mean, he could still be alive somehow. I will not say he's dead before I see proof.
There's no body. He could still.
But this does not bode well.
Adelina takes his shoulder, and she just says like, "There's always hope."
Javia, being completely uncomfortable with emotions and stuff, is going to say, well, at least if he is dead, it'll be real easy to identify the body. I mean, how many Templars do you know out there with half an arm?
Reed,
Everyone looks at you,
Reed
says nothing.
Reed puts his hand up. Actually, it's a common injury among warriors to lose their...
Really? Well, you still got his face,
Yeah,
hopefully.
well, if he's been dead in
I
the
think
water,
it's-
his body will be bloated and unrecognizable.
I guess.
This is a really... Here's some hope. The river in question, which flows down to the coast, is usually flanked by lots of hamlets and other places of civilization, friendly folk. If he washes ashore, he will get medical care.
And maybe
Yes.
some of the workers will recognize him. Maybe some of the workers we helped here today will recognize him because they enter their villages. There's
Yeah.
always hope.
Needless to say, his fate is beyond our control. May I have a look at that charm? It's a bit weird, actually. You're handing it over to him, and both him and the griffin are looking at you as you come closer. He just takes it off your hand. Interesting. This is a phylactery.
Yeah.
It still has its... But his other hand, he starts making gestures. It starts to shine. Huh. Leclerc. Natalie. I think you could be able to find Valeth with this. Not just on the island, but like literally pinpoint where she is. Okay, I'm listening. Just take this to the island. The stronger the indication, it should give you a vector of... Sorry. Back up. Vector, direction. Oh, okay. You just said vector, direction. He takes it off. Well... Oh! She walks over to one of the huts, puts her hand in a barrel and pulls out a amphora of wine. Excellent. I'm ready for my journey.
Please, when you find them, tell them that it's not that the hope is not lost for Kath. Please. I mean,
Okay.
keep their hopes up, please. Tell them I'm coming as soon as I can. For them.
Agreed. But I think, my little friend, you are needed here. No offense, but he looks around at the rest of you. I think you're in charge.
That's kind of what I'm afraid of. But yeah.
What?
How drunk is she?
More by the second. Between every word, she's like,
Yes.
Lies
How
doesn't
soon
win.
are you able to go?
well, I could go right now.
But your griffin, it's been through an ordeal.
Turns around. That piece of shit. The griffin goes, welcome. Oh, I suppose I could wait the night.
I go over to the griffin and cast healing.
The griffin gives you a nuggle. This like intelligent look, almost like, please, kill the Grey Warden.
And since you explain it to me as I understand it, I will whisper, Please bring her safely toward her destination and back. It's of utmost importance to the entire existence of this world. I trust you with this, my heart. Take it. Deliver it. I beg of you. And then I cast heal. I hit the target number and it gains 8.
Of course you're going to hit the target number. If you roll 3 once, you can still hit the target number. Why do you even roll anymore?
Yeah, why?
Oh, for triples, doubles. Cool.
Yep.
That's good. That's good. The oh, sorry, I was looking at my eye. The griffin stands up, invigorated with the new healing energies. Looks at Leclerc, and then slumps back down again as if resigned. Oh yeah, you can't because it's not got lips. Leclerc starts walking over, drinking a bit more. Okay. We're gonna go straight away. It is a long journey in the sky. I have to figure out a way of how I'm going to pee over the side. I'm not pee on the feathers. Again, the griffin is like...
Please. Fly safely.
Okay.
Do not. I know it's going to be hard, but do not drink too much. You might fall off in your sleep.
I would never.
Do not FUI.
Let me help you on, please.
Okie doke.
I tie her with ropes into the saddle, so if she falls asleep, she won't fall off.
Oh, this reminds me of the time I was in Dennerim. There was a boy there that talking too much.
No, go on. I'm listening.
She gives you like a wry kind of like, I bet you are.
No.
There might be a bordello in Dennerim that offers the Leclerc special for people.
Another one of my fine inventions.
And just to be sure, he takes the phylactery and takes it over her head, so you don't drop it.
She looks at you with an unusual level of seriousness. I'll find her. Of course I will.
I take her hand and holds it tight. Please do.
I will. Now stop this seriousness. I'm starting to feel myself again. Okay. She takes the reins in her hands.
I go back so I don't get hit by the wings.
Yeah, the wings are quite broad. Okay. You know the awareness? Yes. Okay.
Oh, before you leave.
What?
Laz just gives her a little pouch.
Uh-huh.
This might help with the whole not peeing on the wings.
She takes it, realizes it's empty.
Hmm?
Oh!
It's not empty.
Oh, it's not empty. What's in it?
She'll find out.
Oh, good. We won't. Yeah, she puts it on.
Did you say Ness?
Oh, yes, of course. I didn't name this thing. It named itself. Jeez, I don't know. Turns around. The actual griffin turns to look at you for a second, and there's this, like, intense look. And it closes its eyes and bows, and then it flaps off and runs off. Next thing you know, it's airborne, and it's on its way south. Or rather, it's going east, and then the griffin seems to adjust its course for the Grey Warden rider, who has no idea where she's going. What's his name? Reed gets up, dusts himself off. Well, I suppose that leaves us. Plans?
We should get back to the inn camp
Yes.
Yep.
immediately.
You
Will you
might
join
want-
us?
You might want to know also that Lady Trevelyan seems to be under siege.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
She is.
I'm sorry, who?
Lady Trevelyan, Esme.
I'm not familiar with the name. Sorry, I'm not from around here.
She's important.
Right. Nobility, no doubt.
Well, I show him the note where it say that the estate is under. Yeah.
He holds it up to the griffin. and the griffin's like,
Isn't Rita him?
Huh?
Isn't Rita him?
Oh, Reed is.
Yes.
The griffin is a she, but Reed is blind.
So he's
yeah.
seeing through the griffin.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but I give the note to read anyway. And it basically say that the house is under siege.
Oh.
This is where This is the safe house of Lady Trevelyan. And if that is under siege now, it means it's not very safe anymore.
Right. Well, as my dwarvish father once told me, foster father, before you say anything, anything the enemy wants, deny him.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you would?
How safe, how fortified is this safe place?
Jag skjønner ikke hva du mener.
Fortified, how much will,
How defensible.
how well will it be defensible against the siege? Fortified.
How long will it hold out for?
I don't know, it's just a house.
I mean, it depends on who is attacking it and how many soldiers they got. Wouldn't you think?
It's not a fortress, it's basically a summer house. It's just for safekeeping.
Does it say any dates on the note?
Well, the actual writing day was about 2 days ago.
Does it say anything from where this army went from? How much time do we have?
We don't know.
Who can tell? Sieges are not exact sciences. They're really down to the willpower of those holding it.
Yes, but I'm thinking about, have the siege already gotten there?
Listen, if we go back to camp and if we show this to, the higher ups, they'll probably be able to tell us, a little bit more because they probably know more. And then we don't have to do everything ourselves, It's not just us against the world.
Hey, Carter. Of course
What?
it's us versus the world. And if you don't mind me saying, you're talking to top brass. Didn't you hear what Leclerc said?
Well, he's in charge of us, but that doesn't mean he's in charge of the fucking Inquisition.
Well, this
Well,
branch,
no.
yes.
There you go.
There's-
Well, then you get to decide.
Well, I can't decide based on what I do not know.
Well, then maybe there's someone else at camp who knows something. Some spies or...
May I make a suggestion?
Please do.
I'm just thinking, Adelina? Adelina, my apologies.
It's fine.
How about we take a ride? Have a look at the situation down on the ground. You'll be able to tell me with your own eyes. Unfortunately, griffins tend to exaggerate. Whether how things are going down there, and we can report back. We'll be back. I understand this place is how many days ride? So 2 or 3. So by griffin, that's probably 1 day.
Yes, maybe. I've never travelled by griffin before. So.
Oh, it's great for the first hour or 2. After that point, you need to reassemble your hair.
It's fine. It's always in a braid.
You always tend to kind of eat bugs as well. I can't abide by that.
That high?
Oh yes.
Well, you can start by closing your mouth.
Besides, I have been in the army for several years. I have experienced worse. Believe me.
Oh, well, I believe it.
Well, then I'd suggest you do it as soon as your griffin is able to take the flight.
I mean, either that or we send a, sneaky, low-profile reconnaissance team that can get her out of the house, and then we don't have to fight anyone, and they will be laying siege to basically an empty house.
But we do not know whether we're too late or not.
No, that's true.
And some, I don't know. You should move as soon as you can.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I would
gosh.
love to see this. Not love. I would like to see this with my own eyes.
Yes, I think you should.
I do think the note describes that it's not just Lady Esme, but the Lord's Rebellion. So we're talking probably several people here.
Good.
Would I know anything about that, by the way?
Well, you know that Esme has a lot of clout in court.
Yeah.
So she probably has assembled all of the house lords that didn't want to fall in line with the Red Templars.
Yeah.
Well, listen, kid, the way I see it, you've got 2 choices. You can send people to save Lady Esme, and you can send people to Brando's End to figure out what's going on there. Now, you've already sent Leclerc, and she might be able to get back and tell you what's going on. Until then, focus on the Lady Esme thing, but have a backup plan.
I wasn't planning on doing anything else.
Mm.
I've already dispatched.
Gaffy,
Yes,
do you want to go to Brandel's End?
with all my heart, but I can't.
He gets off the griffin. I can't promise a smooth journey, but Murderline here, he pats the side of her head, is a part of me, and I know that she'll allow you to ride her the whole way. But you have to make that decision now. Also, you have to name who's in charge.
Not me.
Not the Carter.
No.
Things tend to go missing.
Might I suggest
Adelina. Yeah, we both point at her and like that one.
Yes, I do firmly believe that if anyone is capable of executing the mission of saving Lady Esme, it is you, Adelina. You have the military experience to rally men up at your side.
Will I be allowed to use your men?
You have the Inquisition at your disposal. You have whatever means necessary to save Lady Esme and save our future by saving her. Even though I wish to aid you, I don't think I would do much good.
It is fine. You need to do whatever feels right for you. You need to do what feels the best in your heart.
Can I ask, by the way, Adeline is a wielder of a double-handed sword?
Yes.
Is that correct? Yeah? Okay. Rita comes over to Gaffy, puts his hands on his shoulders. I think your father would be very proud of you. Also, I need to take this. And he takes the little Kestrels pin off your brooch. Don't worry. Just in my experience, he kind of stumbles over. It's very hard to maneuver when I'm looking through someone else's eyes who's around 10 feet away. And he comes over to you with a pin. And he's like, how about you put this on?
She takes it and puts it on.
There you go. All official.
Yes.
Also, you mentioned something about chasing a dream.
Oh, that? Oh, that was just didn't work
What?
out.
Chasing dreams?
What
Oh,
are you talking about?
silly thing. See, in Folly, we're quite close to the Fade, so occasionally we get visitors from the other side. Just the way things are.
Tell me.
But, well, I was visited by an old friend. She comes from time to time to tell me of things, and she said I needed to find someone, let me see, whose name means death, whose feet lie betwixt that of the ox and the man, bother. There was something else. No, that was it.
Matricide.
Huh? That was it. Yes, born with mattress. So I presume that he probably.
I'm not really sure. The only thing that pops in my head when you say that is Than.
Okay. Why would this Than come into your mind?
He's half Canary.
That's impossible.
He
You,
is.
you mean
Than.
Kosith, right? Not Canary. Anyone could be Canary. I could turn Canary tomorrow, but Kosith, the haunted room.
Yes, he's
Right.
half.
Are you sure?
Positively. He's half.
Can I roll a cultural law?
Sure.
I'm not sure whether his name means death, but his name is Than. And he's half.
Is that
Half Kosith, half what?
Human, I
You?
think.
Wow. Okay, that's something you don't see every day.
17?
Go for it.
Than, I believe, is an abbreviation of a word of the Qun, which does mean death. Painful death
Wow.
at that.
Then you should come with me because Than is with Valeth and Feral. If you are meant to go to him, you should come.
Ah, what a bother. And I was just getting those chafing edges out of my thighs.
Just to, make sure. I mean, it's too big of a coincidence. Quinkling?
Coinkydink.
Quinkydink.
All those saucy coinkydinks. Very well. Okay, well, since we're exchanging things before we set off on our own little misadventures, Adeline, good luck. I think you're going to do marvellous. Like riding a bike, they say. He goes over to
A what?
Lazarus.
Yeah. What's a
Yeah,
bike?
well, it's a bike. Really? Really? They don't have bikes in Dragon Age?
No.
How hard is it? I reckon dwarves should have bikes.
Yeah.
That's how they get around the deep roads.
Yeah.
They have
Headcanon.
a sparkcycle.
Jobby is
Yeah.
like, oh, bikes! I like bikes.
I can steal things even quicker. He goes over to Lazarus and pulls a small book out of a side satchel on his belt.
Lazarus' eyes kind of light up,
Yep.
but he tries to keep a poker face, but he's
Mhm.
like... His eyes are just like, book.
Now, I'm coming back for this, but I noticed that you're familiar with glyphs. Figured you might like to look at my research.
Ooh.
Thank you. And might I suggest, you mentioned something about a wing. Perhaps if we work together, we can do some healing magic before you go. It might, make your journey swifter.
Oh,
Yes.
Murderline's fine. It's the other one I was worried about. Shall we?
Yes, and I want to say good luck, but I know that you don't need luck. You are more than capable of pulling this off. But I wish everyone good speed and kick some ass, will you?
Same to you, kid. And Adelina just goes in for a hug.
Hey, hugs back.
Hug accepted.
Hugs
for hit points.
1 hit point back.
For the record, amongst foxes and wolves said, when I posted that in the chat, hashtag hug for hit points, she said, that's a hashtag I would like on a t-shirt.
Oh.
Noted.
Yeah.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, we should do different versions where you see different characters from Fateful Fumble hugging.
That'll be amusing considering Yavia. What are you doing? Well, that's inappropriate.
It's like, that's
Well,
my leg.
I'm going to hug Jarvia as well, like pick her up and hug her.
Now, that'd be amusing because then her legs are dangling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, hey, you're a good kid. Good luck. Not put me down. This is.
Yes, I mean, I'm not, picking her all the way up. I'm like, and I will give
Lazarus.
Lazarus
He
Uh-huh.
kind of does the whole awkward, like,
pat pat.
There.
And and each hug I heal. I give them healing.
So it actually is hugs for hit points.
So
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
But
is hugs.
Yeah.
So that is the target number, no double, and Adelina gets 5.
Let's just say it's a group heal. Everyone gets the same, so we don't.
Yeah.
Sure, 5.
That
5
yeah.
to each.
Awesome.
Fine.
Although he takes the lead on his griffin, he pats the saddle behind him. You get up?
Yep.
Come on, darling. Let's go. And the griffin turns around. He looks back at the rest of you all as if just trying to remember your faces. The griffin, his head turns around as well, matching synchronicity as usual. You never seem to get used to that.
Gaffy is also looking at every one of you with tears in his eyes.
Hey, now you get to see your friends again. Good luck, kid. Now go.
Don't make me lose more friends. Please, be careful.
We won't.
We'll make sure.
We'll make you proud, kid.
You are.
And I just wave like
Yeah,
this.
like a stupid idiot. I said, were you talking about them?
Yes.
Oh, that's adorable. Now, let's go and get chafed. Jumps off and shouts out, Ass Chabs!
Yeah, I'm going to go like Harry Potter, like,
Do you really need to do that?
yes.
And I think it's a great time to stop there.
Yeah.
Yay. That's cool.
So that's an interesting twist. I saw you leaning towards it and I thought, fuck it, why not?
Mm.
So now the timeline is that Leclerc is going to meet up with Valeth and the rest and deliver the lyrium thing before returning. As far as she's concerned, everyone's waiting for him back. So there's that. But now Reed and Gaffy are going to make an impromptu appearance. How that's going to turn out, we don't know. But in the next episode, the gang's going to get back together.
Seems like it.
Finally.
I mean,
Well, most
they
of
will
them.
be taking longer, so it makes sense that they
Mhm,
arrive later
mhm.
than
Yeah.
Leclerc.
And they probably need to rest a little bit more than Leclerc would have to, because Reed is probably a bit more fragile than she is.
And also, they don't have the ping, so they don't know where we
Yeah,
are.
that's
They just
true.
know that we
Mhm.
are at Randall's
They'll
End.
just follow the smoke.
No, they'll do like the Witcher. It's like, that's the odor. Yes, it smells like wine. That
Just-
smells
yeah.
like puke.
That's
And that's pee.
They're just gonna follow Leclerc.
Yeah, it's like this are the odors of Leclerc.
They could, they probably will get see Leclerc at some point. She's not that far.
No.
We'll
Anyway.
figure something out.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I really like that whole hugs for hit points.
Yes.
It's super cute.
I like that. I like
That
We're
is a
gonna have to make something
t-shirt
about
in the making.
Yes,
Mm.
I already sent it to myself to remind me to make it.
that. Really?
I
So,
want
huge thanks for everyone who watched. We were actually debating whether to cut out chat interaction, but honestly, like someone pointed out, it's what makes us us.
Mm.
So we're gonna keep doing that.
Yeah.
It's
And we're not the same without you guys.
No,
that's totally true. Also, I need obviously ideas now and then. So.
No, this was good.
So Adelina and Co is going to go and rescue Esme Trevelyan, which means Kieran, if you want to hear next time.
Yes.
And meanwhile, Gagfar and Reed are going to join up with Valeth Thurl and Fan the Man.
Apparently, he is the man.
Yeah. You just don't know which
I
kind.
didn't know who his prophecy was leading towards, so I rolled a dice, and I got Fan, so I was like, that's interesting. Because
That's cool,
Fan's
though.
easier to write a prophecy about,
Yeah.
you know? Also, he needs something,
Yes.
you know? Little, small horn freak.
Tiny horn.
So in 2 weeks' time, Friday or Saturday, depending on life,
Mhm.
we're going to be running the Return to Brandl's End title to be announced. And hopefully by then we'll be able to tell you all about some good news. Until that point, does anyone have anything to add?
No, just give this video a thumbs up
Yes,
and
please.
subscribe and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Fateful Fumble, and tell your friends about this show because we don't promote it and we don't pay to promote it. So if you want anyone else to know about it,
Yeah, we
Oh,
don't cheat.
also, I would like people to think a little bit about what actually happened to Keth. Is he going to return? And if so, how is he going to return? Because I want to hear your conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
I really want to hear that.
Discuss.
Because
Hashtag Keth conspiracy.
Yes.
Also, we have death for Keth or no death for Keth.
No death for Keth, please.
Yeah.
I want a fateful fumble marriage.
Yes. Yes. I'm here for the wedding.
I want a wedding episode. Like
Yes.
Cyril and Leclerc is going to have like a bet on who can, with most bridesmaids. Probably, I don't know.
something.
Okay.
I'm just high-fiving. I don't know. Get your
Yeah,
heads
right.
one
out
of
together.
them is
Right.
going to get the wrong
I mean,
idea.
you and I had a vote, and
Yeah.
it seemed like people were up for a wedding, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, Leclerc's like, oh, I nailed 13 of them. And Phil's like, I got 27. And Phil's like, but there are 20 people at the wedding. High fives.
Well,
Oh, mad.
For the record,
Yep.
what she got was basically a device that allows you as a woman to pee standing up.
You're in love with this thing.
Because,
right, she needs
yeah,
it.
Laz hasn't exactly got the same appendages as normal men, as a
Ah.
trans man. So,
If you didn't know, well, now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know. And it's got like a little note on how it works.
Drawn.
It's explained very for idiots.
I just love this image of, was it Leclerc, drunk out of her mind, just flying along on the Griffin. The Griffin's like, why can't I drink? Pulling this thing out of the bag. She's just like looking at it going,
And now I can pee standing up.
yeah, which she does with the type of dexterity one can only achieve by that right neither of drunkenness. Like Captain Jack kind of thing.
Oh, God.
It's
Yeah.
a thin stream, the silhouette of a thin stream just kind of catching over the
But
side.
are that griffin
Yeah.
reincarnatedness? You
No.
need to explain.
No. No, I don't need to explain anything.
Okay.
No, I think Leclerc named him Ness and just didn't want to admit to it.
Aw. That's cute.
What I find is the magic gets destroyed by too much explanations.
Mm.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if there were something more into it or if it just was a cute fluff thing.
Read into it as you will. Gee, I'm sorry. Do you want to play some sci-fi where we explain everything?
No. I don't need it.
Anyways,
That's
mastermind.
technically not true because Battlestar Galactica.
But we should...
Shut up! Yeah, we should probably let you guys go.
Yeah.
Thank you once again, fellas and ladies, and everything in between. We will be seeing you in 2 weeks' time for a riot at Brandl's End. Expect fires, smokes, revolutions, and one pissed off Valath.
Probably.
He's gonna be bitching. Stay faithful.
Yay!
Faithful.
Stay faithful. Bye!
And now it's going to be like that awkward pause while I stop it. So
And
once
then break
again,
wind.
bye!
Faithful,
Faithful, faithful, faithful.